Hello. Welcome. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Mousemas, yes, you were told there would be EGA gaming here. There will be EGA gaming here. We are playing tonight. Well, after we do the art stuff tonight, probably around 10:30 or so, we'll be getting into Rise of the Dragon by Dynamix or Dynamix, however you pronounce that. Of course, we are going to be playing the EGA version of that. It took some doing, and it took some wonderful contributions by the adventure game community, but we're going to do it. I played a little bit of Rise of the Dragon. I actually remember first playing it as the EGA version, and that's partly why I chose it. And of course, all the Let's Plays I've done up to this point on stream have been EGA games, so I'm going to continue with that for as long as possible. Blaholson, good to see you. The Game and Tech Nerd, good to see you as well. Blaholson, yes, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Bill Kuhn, good to see you. Mr. Gel, hello, howdy. Oh wow, Bill Kuhn. So, Strong Bad had Rise of the Dragon in his floppy disk box. That's great. And I was probably too young to play it at the time too, when I first played Rise of the Dragon. But it kind of inhabits that wonderful realm of EGA cyberpunk, and there's something special. Like there's Manhunter, Wasteland, Neuromancer, that type of a thing. Where it's so specific, and it's like a niche of a niche of a niche. And Rise of the Dragon is a top tier game as far as I remember. I don't think I ever finished it back in the day. So I'm really excited to revisit it. I remember little bits and pieces here and there, but yeah. And I think I mentioned on Twitter, I I looked on Twitter for like YouTube playthroughs of the EGA version, and I didn't see anything. So we're going to be blazing a trail, and hopefully playing that from beginning to end in the EGA, as I of course prefer. Dynamix, the Game Tech Nerd, yes. I think, I pronounced it Dynamix, and I know I'm not alone in that. Ah, Beta Human, CGM, good to see you. Oh, Dave Boy, thanks for the resub, fantastic. Beta Human says, Rise of the Dragon captivated me with its scanned, painted, 256 color graphics. I can't wait to see the EGA version, if the EGA version will be impressive or an impressive abomination. I took a quick look at, I've got actually a screenshot comparison, which I'll be showing really shortly. And I think they didn't do too bad a job. You can kind of tell where they reworked some of the VGA conversions so that it's not just a direct VGA conversion. Like I know some of the Sierra games, like there's a Space Quest game that was like a direct a direct VGA to EGA conversion, and it can look really muddy. It looks a little bit muddy in some places, but I can see places where they did touch it up, and as we play, we'll see hopefully more of that. And I get the feeling that they did a bit of work on it to make it really to make it look good, or look better than it would have otherwise had they not touched it at all. Golemon-sama, good to see you. Eating With, yes, this game about 20 years ago, you recall playing it, you recall enjoying it. It's a good one. I was actually doing a lot of research when I thought I wouldn't be able to get my hands on a copy of the EGA version. I did some research of other games I could play, and I found some other stuff, but it's a fantastic. This one I know is a really fantastic game, really super high quality. Dynamix, they, of course, they did Willy Beamish, they did Heart of China, which is another good one. So I'm super excited because I have yet to play a Sierra Dynamix adventure game on stream, so looking forward to that. Yes, that's another thing, Bill. I did notice, yes, Sega Genesis CD release had full voice acting. Oh wow, Leonardo Cam Clark was Blade Hunter, Babs Bunny, and Dot Warner. Trust McNally was his girlfriend. Interesting. Yeah, I actually noticed a lot of the online presence in terms of Let's Plays and walkthroughs are for the Sega CD version, so that's kind of cool. JBL, Judith Butler's lover, good to see you. You live among the creatures of the night. Yes, it's good to see you. I know you're a night owl like I am. Yeah, Eating With, that's what I'm really interested in. That's part of the reason I'm interested in seeing this. The EJ conversion, it works for the most part, I think. Yes, downsampled and touched up is my impression, just of one really quick screenshot comparison that I did. Yes, and I know Eating With, you've done a lot of work trying to kind of create like a software engine to convert VGA to EGA, and it really does require that human touch, and which is what I love about that whole process is there's a lot of math involved. You can get a decent result, but nothing's going to beat that eye just separating out those shapes and doing some of the tone. Oh no, Beta Human action sequences. Oh no, I'm not looking forward to the action sequences in Return of the Dragon, Rise of the Dragon, Return of the Dragon, Return to Monkey Island. But yeah, tonight is an art stream. Dan is not available again. Hopefully we'll get Dan somewhere down the road. But tonight is an art stream. We're going to be back to the bucket, just putting some finishing touches. I mentioned I might do some finishing touches between streams. Of course I did not. So you won't have missed any progress on it. And of course there needs to be a fish in the scene, so we might get into that as well. But I've got a few things I wanted to share with you guys. The Crimson Gazette came out just, I think on Sunday. I put out the latest edition, the July issue. There's a few things on there that are fun if you wanted to visit the dev blog. Nightbot will have like links to my website and the dev blog, everything like that. But I will be sharing some of the stuff that was in the Gazette right now, so in case you guys don't have the time for the dev blog, I will quickly review some of that stuff now. Oh, Game Techner, thanks for the Prime sub. Thank you. Fantastic. Yes, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I mean. Oh, that's not a bad name. I'm beginning to think Dan does not exist. Dan does exist. We have proof. In fact, I will show you proof of Dan's verified existence really soon. Since he did release something cool. Yeah, Dan is really busy. He's been busy touring, busy working, performing. And Just to Jeffy, yes, that's where Dan was. Dan was on Jimmy Kimmel, playing, performing with Sean Paul and Gwen Stefani of all people. So we have some of that. Yeah. Bill, can you only knew the EGA version? I must admit that the VGA version of Rise of the Dragon is quite nice looking. It's kind of, the colors are kind of muted in a really pleasant way. Alright, so we're going to get started. I'm going to introduce myself. Welcome to Crimson Tuesday. I am Julie Minamata. I am working on Nancy Maple, Return to Nancy Maple. The Crimson Diamond. She's kind of keyed out right now, but she's doing okay. But yes, which is my adventure game, mystery adventure game in the EGA palette, and you'll see some of the work on that tonight. And I'll be showing the trailer, like right now. But yeah, it's the dev update. It's going well. I've been working on chapter 5 of 7 and getting, kind of creating the assets and then implementing the assets. I've been doing a bit of that the past couple weeks. It's been really good. It's been feeling so good to get back into the swing of my own development stuff. But yeah, I'll be sharing some other stuff I've been working on as well. But let's do the trailer. If you're not familiar with this type of kind of old school retro kind of adventure game with a text parser, it's like my favorite type of adventure game, and I think the text parser is a really nice way to interact with games. I think I'd like to see more text parser games that have that graphical Sierra look, and so this is my contribution. And hopefully it'll be coming out hopefully sometime like first quarter next year, we're hoping. Oh my goodness, 32-bit kid, thanks for the bits so much. 16 bits. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. And yes, 32-bit kid, one of the people that was volunteering their copy of EGA, Rise of the Dragon. There are a few people on Twitter that were offering it to me, which I'm so grateful for. It just so happened Musically Inspired, who sometimes comes onto stream, had one close at hand. He already had the files zipped and everything, so he didn't really need to do any extra work. So he was able to just send that to me the other night, and I tested it. It works great. So thank you so much, Musically Inspired, for that, and thank you for everyone else who offered. Slut Studio, good to see you. It's funny, Slut Studio, when I was visiting, like doing research about what my next EGA adventure game would be to stream, I came upon an adventure game that was a mystery adventure game that was set on like a cruise ship, and I believe you had made it in like a month or a week or something. I can't remember what it was called, but I was actually thinking, ooh, that might be a fun one. Oh my goodness. Thank you, AterBT21 for the follow. Yes, fantastic. Oh, Hype Train, fantastic. Oh my goodness, thanks for the bits, Matt. Matt's not a bad name. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna get ready to go. Oh yes, New Year's Mystery Studio, and I did notice you had made it. I'm like, ooh, I might not want to like play something that you had made on stream. I wanted to pick something that was kind of something that had been published back in the day. I like to play like the old stuff that was published back in the day. But yeah, I was tempted because that game looks really cool that you made. Oh, you made it in a month. Takes place in the house. It's not that great. Oh, it's not the one that I thought it took place on a cruise ship for some reason. It must have been something else. I also noticed there's another Femo Duo game, like the same people who made Enclosure, have made another game called Hank's Quest, which I was also looking at. But when I came upon Rise of the Dragon, I'm like, yes, totally, totally that. Either way, thank you so much. Fantastic. Thank you. Oh, and you found a new Twitter account, Bill Kuhn, DOS screenshots for DOS games. Nice. Okay, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna play the trailer, and then I've got some stuff to show and tell, and then we're gonna move right into the bucket. But yes, here's the trailer for the Crimson Diamond. It's well in development, and hopefully sometime first quarter next year, we will have a full release of all 7 chapters. 7 to 10 hours of gameplay potentially. We'll see. All right, here we go.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist, assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Okay. Yes, JBL, the trailer. You made it for the trailer. You can go to bed now at any time. Okay. Aw, thanks, Matt's not a bad name. I'm glad you never get tired of the trailer. I appreciate it. And yes, Mousimus, of course, our very own Mousimus. Speaking of Enclosure in Femo Duo, Mousimus has created a 3D version of Enclosure, which is a gorgeous Sierra AGI style. Not made by Sierra, but that look of AGI, double wide pixel adventure game. And it's free. Ooh, JBL, what kind of disgusting fast food are you going to be ordering? Okay, so that's that. Next is going to be some show and tell. First, oh great, now it's all, where'd I go? Wait a second. I disappeared. Let's put me over here. Let's put me over here in the corner. Okay. Okay. So first things first. Strange Dungeon. So the game that I was working on full-time for a couple months, my friend's game, Strange Dungeon. There's no demo available yet, but there's a Steam page up, so you can see some of the screenshots for the game. It is a turn-based, tactical, roguelike exploration diplomacy game where you have like this drill ship and a crew that you have to manage, and you meet kind of creatures down in the caverns deep beneath the earth. Just a Jeffy! Yay! Thanks for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so this is it, and these are some screenshots that Elia put together, and I'm not. Ooh, Beta Human CGM, thanks for the follow. Chicken shawarma and fried cheese. Ooh, is it that halloumi cheese, JBL? I've got a weakness for fried halloumi cheese. It grills up so nicely, and that is classy fast food. Matt's not a bad name. But yeah, this is Strange Dungeon. You see it on Steam. Do give it a wish list if that's the type of game you like. You can see, of course, my own Muffin Crab. You can see him in the screenshots to the bottom left here. So that's one of the first things I wanted to show. Another thing I wanted to show, of course, Witch Strandings is out now. It launched, I think, a couple of weeks back, maybe July 7th. Published by Modern Wolf. That is, hold on. I have links and I should be showing those. So this is the Modern Wolf link to the Steam page. Art Burklas, good to see you. Long time no see. Yes, Art Burklas, so this Witch Strandings is a game I worked on. Oh my gosh, just a Jeffy, thanks again for the bits. Thanks for the more bits. And the other one that I worked on, Art Burklas, is Strange Dungeon, and I have a link for that too, the Steam page. So Strange Dungeon just got a Steam page, and Witch Strandings just launched. I didn't miss the hype train. Oh yeah, Gomon-sama. Yeah, you might have noticed that. Yeah, some of the screenshots, like the mushroom environment that you see here, I made those components, and then Ilya built all the environment. I think I showed you guys some of the process of painting some of those assets. Ooh, starchy batter, crunchy on the outside, melted on the inside. Because the halloumi, if you buy halloumi cheese, you can just grill it. You can just cut it and grill it right on a pan, and it's incredible. It's kind of salty, but I can't resist. Cosmo Boy 3, great to see you. Yes, brain crap. Okay, next thing besides that and that is this Lock On. Lock On is a gorgeous gaming journal. They kickstart each publication. This is volume 4 that I've got this piece in. I did this piece, which is really downsampled on that. Hold on, give me a second. I will open it up in Photoshop to show you guys what it looks like. It's you can't see it yet, but I will open it surreptitiously. Lock On Volume 4, I did that full page piece called Living the Fantasy, and it's an interview that Destructoid's Jonathan Holmes did. He's on a bunch of podcasts. He's on Talking to Women About Video Games. He's on Boston's Favorite Son. And, this is taking a long time to open. And yeah, Jonathan interviewed six Yacht Club folk. Yacht Club, of course, is best known for Hollow Knight. They're working on Mina the Hollower. And hold on, I'm trying to find this. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh no, that's the old version of the piece. So you can't see anything right now. I'm just talking to myself. But yeah, so that piece of mine is going to be in the next Lock On, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous gaming journal. It's got amazing art direction. Just let me. I'm going to open up the piece in Photoshop so you guys can see what it actually looks like. Okay, but you can't see it yet. Okay, I will show a better version later. Oh, this one's more like mozzarella. Tastes like mature cheese. Halloumi is kind of squeaky and squishy too. But yeah, there's a bunch of different awesome cheeses. I'm also partial to paneer. Lucas, happy Crimson Tuesday. Great to see you. So there's that. And the last and not least is see any familiar faces. So this is a screen cap that I made of Jimmy Kimmel last week. We've got someone rocking out on the guitar between Gwen Stefani and Sean Paul. That's our own Daniel Polakar, who of course is making the music for the Crimson Diamond. He's been busy, so we have a verified Dan sighting on network TV. Yes, Edith, we need to learn more about this guitar. Yeah, I wish Dan told us the specifics of the guitar. Yeah, and you can see he's got a Roland keyboard in front of him. It's not an MT32, unfortunately. But yeah, Dan's doing well. Dan is busy, doing all kind of touring and everything like that. But there's Dan. So we know he's around. He just he's not available to stream. He does miss streaming. He misses you guys too. So just so you know, he does like to be here as well. Yes, he borrowed Strongbad's magical sword guitar. So there he is. Okay, next. Last but not least, Rise of the Dragon. So yeah, we're going to be playing Rise of the Dragon. We are playing, as you can see, there is on the left we have the VGA version, on the right we have the EGA version. And yeah, looking at some of the areas, I'm looking at specifically like the dithering that they're doing here in the sink. To show that lighting, I feel like that was probably touched up. Anywhere where things do end up looking cleaner, I get the feeling that they did touch it up. Some areas maybe not so much, like this stack of books maybe not as clean, but the stack of books is really not that important. Yes, Lucas, Dan is indeed a talented and busy man. Yeah, and Edith, yeah, I do like the muted look of the VGA version on the left. But of course, for me, I'm going to always gravitate every time to the EGA version. And it's not a bad adaptation. I mean, we'll continue as we play through. We'll see how they do with it. But yeah, I feel like they definitely cleaned up here in the ceiling area. They made these things solid black. It's not just a straight conversion without any artistry. That I think they did touch up quite a bit. Oh, good. Anyway, so you're saying that the arcade sequences in Rise of the Dragon are not as brutal as the Manhunter games? Yeah, I'm scared of the Manhunter games, actually. I love the art, but I've seen other people play them, and it's just there's way too many arcade sequences for my liking. And Deluxe Tux, good to see you. Rise of the Dragon is not easy. Whew. Anna CGG, good to see you. Oh, it's rather dry, Anna. Oh, A to BT21, the Sega CD port is cool, how they got around color limitations. It's a great looking game, I have to say. Oh yeah, I did notice that on some screenshots, that there's that very green tinge to the game in the Sega CD version. But yeah, I can't say much against the VGA version here. I think it's quite nice. But anyway, onward. Photoshop. Right into Photoshop. Back to music, actually, too. Back to music. Battle music, it said. Latin music. I'm kind of reading my own captions. Okay, first things first. So this is that lock-on piece that I did for them. And what I've done here, so Jonathan Holmes actually came up with a lot of the concept for this piece. I think I've got a link to the lock-on. So if you do want to back the lock-on magazine, you can get a beautiful physical edition mailed right to your door. Here it is. So yeah, Jonathan's concept was like a Final Fantasy kind of looking thing. So we've got this Ultros, I think he is, this purple octopus, space octopus or something, and these are the characters. Each of these is one of the people featured in the article. So we've got this guy here on the left. Hold on, let me just give you a bit of cursor. This guy here, farthest left, is dressed kind of as like Hollow Knight. This girl here is dressed with the headphones on. She's dressed like someone from Jet Set Radio, called Gamu, I believe. Further, and like this guy who kind of looks like a magician is Lionel from their new game that got kickstarted called Mina the Hollower. Shield Knight here is this fellow here with the winged helmet. Then we've got another guy here in the back who is dressed like Mina the Hollower from that new game. And then at the bottom right here we've got someone dressed like a Big Daddy from Bioshock. Grindislav, happy Crimson Tuesday! Welcome, Grindislav. Of course, Grindislav, being Francisco Gonzalez of Lamplight City fame and soon to be Rosewater fame. Grindislav, of course, streams on Wild West Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Grindislav, are you streaming tomorrow afternoon? And if so, what? Are you working on more backgrounds? Because I know you were working on a really nice looking background the other week. But yeah, so this is the piece, and it's with Yacht Club. So the Yacht Club logo is here, the little guy, and yeah, you can see each of these people are kind of all done up, like so. And I just moved it. Ah, yet another background. Nice, Grindislav. So yes. Anyone who wants to see adventure game art in the making, check out Grindislav's Wild West Wednesday tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon. Yes, Goman Sama. Yeah, Yacht Club is great. Shovel Knight is great. I'm really looking forward to Mina the Hollower. I did actually backed it because it looks really cute. Oh, Maximus replayed the first Blackwell game. Stumbled upon your picture in the credits, Grindislav. I love to find stuff like that. Okay, so that's closed. This is what we're working on, though. Until around, like I said, we're going to work on this for a couple of hours, and then we'll get into Rise of the Dragon EGA, which I'm super excited to start. But what I wanted to do today is just do a finishing pass on the bucket, because most of the work I've been doing for the past number of streams have not been directly on the actual bucket. It's just been kind of the stuff around the bucket, so all the flowers and the trees and things. So we're back here. And then hopefully maybe we'll make a start on the fish that we need to. But I've got a few of these reference points here, and of course my trusty EGA palette and some flowers. Just trying to make sure that we have enough contrast. Because as I squint my eyes and I look at the reference points that I have versus the actual bucket, we might need to put a bit more contrast in the actual bucket itself in some places to kind of make it stand out a little bit more. Oh, Grindislav, yeah, I'm glad you like the frame around the bucket. It's very much inspired by that vignette stuff that's in Dagger of Amon-Ra, how they've got this very art deco style of framings for some of the close-ups. And yeah, I mean, it's not really, it's not necessary for it to be there, but there's no reason for there to be all that extra space anyway, so we're gonna use that. And it was in the original anyway. I wonder if I can find that easily. Art. Is it easily findable? I don't know. I can never find anything in here. That's the kind of the problem. A lot of stuff from Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator. Just a bunch of illustration stuff. Where's the bucket? There's the bucket. Anyway, that's a no, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, looking at this, I'm going to up some of that contrast. So I'm going to add another layer. And just in some of these parts, like looking at, you can see that these two buckets kind of have different lighting conditions on them. But they do have a bit more contrast than what my bucket has in some areas. So what I think I'll do is go in here and maybe just paint over some of this dithering. Crossledge, good to see you. Oh, I'm just catching up on. It looks so good, Mouse Miss. I wouldn't touch it. Jim Plays Games, good to see you. Will we get the bucket on a t-shirt? Once the bucket is finished, I will make a bucket t-shirt. I will probably make it like with the vignetting, I'm hoping. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you can see an entire gallery of pixelated versions of popular paintings, like which are posted in the Crimson Lodge. I do have the posters and stuff in there too. Oh, Lucas, you're saying, I feel like I should tell you have a lot of files, you may need an intervention. Ooh, a bucket cross stitch. Well, that would be pretty intense actually, because that looks like a lot of stitches. Yeah. Deluxe stocks, I want a printed flip book of the entire intro. That one sounds like it would take a lot of doing. Bucket cross stitch, you guys. I don't know about that. You know, I have done cross stitch of the portraits, the player portraits, but that's like those are a lot simpler and like a lot fewer stitches. A bucket shirt or a bucket hat. Yeah. Oh yeah. University postcards. That's another one I want to do for my next promotional postcard. Imagine the bucket embroidered on a cap. Oh, the flowers. Yeah, I mean, there might be some aspect of this we could do a cross stitch of. And even with I have not yet found an ideal like light gray color yet. For the cross stitch for Evan, but I haven't really been looking too closely. I really got to get in that though. I started another portrait. So I'm just like working around that color right now, and I'm kind of putting it off because I don't go to the mall or anything or to a craft store. I haven't gone in a long time. That's really the best way to do it, is to go and take a look at the stuff and like bring the thread I already have, so I make sure that I get something that's going to satisfy what I need. But I don't know. I'll get around to it. It's been Oh, you know what? What I'm going to want is right under the brim. I'm going to want some of that blue, I think. But that's the one missing puzzle piece I have, is I just need to get a better light gray. You don't even want to know how many different colors. Did I ever show, I don't know if I showed on stream, how many different versions of the same color I have to try to make the best EGA embroidery thread palette I possibly could. It's like way too much. But I mean, like, thankfully embroidery thread really is not too expensive. It's like usually about 75 cents for like a skein or skein of it. So I'm not going to feel too bad about that. Although I pretty much did the exact same thing when I was in my seed bead phase. I still haven't tried to use a bead loom yet to make pixelated bead loom designs. But I have all the colors and everything picked out. Yeah, yeah, I did show some thread blowout, so yeah, I might not have shown all of it. Maybe another time. It's a little bit horrifying, but yeah, 75 cents per. It's not too bad. Because I did a lot of like really when COVID was at the start of COVID, when I was even more of a hermit than I am now. I ordered some online, and you know it's kind of hard to judge color online, so I just ordered a bunch of different variations of colors to see what would work the best together. The game and Tech Nerd, the bucket brings back memories of playing Police Quest 2 for some reason. Police Quest 2 specifically. That is very curious. I've never played any of the police quests, and to be honest, I never even consider them really for my Let's Plays. I don't know, they seem kind of mundane, and I don't really care for the theme. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, trying to find the right thread shade can be extremely tricky because you're not even trying to find what is most accurate to the screen. You're trying to also find colors that work well together, and so. You know, some of these, like for instance, the dark green and the dark cyan, you know, you want to find colors that, for those two that are close in tone, so that when you dither with them with the cross stitch, they kind of blend like they do on screen. So that was kind of the trouble I had. So individually, a lot of the colors work, but when you expect them to work together, they kind of don't do the job anymore, and that's where the difficulty is. Art Breaklass says this bucket really is gorgeous, which is a weird thing to say. Congratulations on defying bucket expectations. Bucket Quest 2, the refilling cross-slash. Yeah, it's funny because I was actually in chapter 5. There's a little bit of a dialogue regarding a bucket. Not too much though, but I was fondly remembering that the bucket. There are other buckets in the game. Yeah, I kind of already feel. That's helping me with the contrast, especially because the dark blue shadow is so strong. I do need to balance that out somewhere in here, and also probably in other places I will pump up the brightness, because it should, I mean, it is the focal point because it's got the most detail and it's right in the center, but we also have to make sure that we also let the shadow and the light hitting it also help us achieve that same goal. Yeah, Deluxe text as well. Police Quest felt very much like a chore to play. Yeah, they look like kind of a chore. I've watched Let's Plays of them, and I quite enjoyed watching other people play them, but I don't think it's for me. Yeah, in Jim Plays games, you heard the Police Quest games are really tricky. Yeah, the procedure's exactly right. Yeah, I'm not that interested. You kind of hate played them, Deluxe text. Ooh. Game and Tech Nerd, Police Quest 2 has fewer procedures to follow and better text parser. And I have heard very bad things about the driving bits. Ater B221, Police Quest 2, the most adventure-y of the series. Oh my gosh, Anna. Yes, Anna likes the driving in Police Quest 1. That's another thing, actually, speaking of. The Crosslash also mentioned Police Quest 1 VGA and 3. That's something I learned when I was looking up the EJ version of Rise of the Dragon, is that I didn't realize that sometimes game companies would create the VGA version first and then go back and then retool the VGA graphics for EGA. Like, I always thought that you know, for instance, Sierra, they did Police Quest 1 in EGA and they went back and they remade it in VGA. They did the same with Quest for Glory 1. And so I kind of always thought those remakes would always go from VGA to EGA, not VGA to EGA, which is kind of weird. Because I also know a lot of fan remakes, they take the EGA versions and they do a VGA version. So I never really thought that they would do it the other way around, and I just learned that yesterday. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, exactly. Crosslash. Yeah, tools to downsample. And so in some games that do use tools to downsample the graphics and without touching the result up by hand tend to suffer for it, I think. So that's another reason why it's going to be interesting to play the EGA version of Rise of the Dragon. I actually even wonder about Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, if it was EGA first and then VGA. I actually get a feeling that one was EGA first because the EGA graphics in that are so good. Yeah, Crosslash. Yeah, the computers are only so good at resampling art. You do need that human eye, the human hand for it. I also noticed that when I do my portrait commissions, is yeah, I can apply a VGA, an EGA color palette onto a photograph, but it takes a lot of work to get it back to looking kind of like the person. Like a lot more than I think people might expect. Let's take some of this color. Yes, Deluxe actually believe The Last Crusade was EGA first. Just having played through it, that would have been my impression. Ah, interesting, Maximus. I think I read somewhere they started Monkey Island 1 with EGA in mind, but then upgraded to VGA during development as hardware progressed. Yeah, you know, like the EGA version of Monkey Island 1 is gorgeous, so yeah, I totally believe that. There's some telltale signs when they do it the other way around, you know, and yeah, and part of it's when shapes start losing their distinction and they just get kind of messy. Let's see where else. Just touching up a little bit of this reflected light here, I think. Bokun, you still want a VG, a remake with voice acting of The Colonel's Bequest? I have to admit, I've been watching Robot Spacer play Dagger of Amon-Ra, and there's something about the Sierra school of voice acting, which I find kind of appealing, weirdly. And actually, Unsecret Crush, Robot Spacer's wife, kind of put it perfectly, where she said she reminds her of like community theater in like a really charming way. And yeah, I mean, LucasArts had really amazing professional voice acting and great like the Skywalker Ranch and places to record, but there's something about that Sierra the Sierra voice acting which is so charming. So I wonder, Colonel's Bequest, if they could only get that similar type of voice acting cast like they had for Dagger of Amon-Ra on Colonel's Bequest, I would like that probably. Yeah, Jim plays games. Yeah, I wonder about the AI. That's where it does get interesting, because the way that it could hopefully figure stuff out might be something we could look at in the future. Oh, just a Jeffy, I've tried a lot of in the style of EGA graphics on Midjourney. It doesn't seem to know quite what to do with it. Ah, BMD Nerd, good to see you. I love the more cartoony look of King's Quest VII and Torrens Passage. That cartoony look, it's alright, you know? I don't remember thinking it looked that awkward when I first played, like, since King's Quest VII. Most of the thing that I noticed with King's Quest VII is just that it was really chuggy on my computer. Like, it lagged a lot. Yeah, I think that's helping that a little bit. I think I'll probably also clean up the rim of the bucket too, because that's starting to get a little bit lost. But I'm just going to continue to paint in some of these highlights. Yeah, Midjourney Bilkun is another like AI like art generation thing. Real Retro Gamers Beta Human says play in 1-bit Hercules mode. Ah, Karosla says that Colonel's Bequest needs Lloyd to have a more active role, I feel. He was very content to watch everybody get murdered, and sometimes have things fall on her. Yeah, I think Dagger of Amon-Ra Laura was a little bit, like, punchier. She definitely was more confrontational. Yeah, I'm gonna think my next order of business, I'm just gonna start going in here and just cleaning up some of this stuff. Even though it might be more accurate to have some of that, it's a matter of, like, having the shapes read better. And honestly, that's what the engines tend to forget to do, or they don't think about it so much. But I mean, maybe it's only a matter of time, right? I actually might solidify, grab some of this green here and just start outlining there. Ater BT21 asks, have you ever played the AGI version of King's Quest IV? It's the one I grew up with, and you can tell a lot of the portraits in the SCI one were touched up from the lower resolution AGI ones. I think it's hard for me to remember, but I do think my version that I played originally was the SCI version. Although I have seen screen caps of both, where like the Rosella sprite does look different. It would be nice to see like the portrait comparisons actually. It's kind of amazing that they did, you know, the SCI and the AGI versions of that one. In the Game and Tech Note, I love the look of Monkey Island. Curse of Monkey Island I love as well. I think it's gorgeous. It's funny because, you know, I remember when Curse of Monkey Island first came out, I was not crazy about the art style because I was used to the pixel art style. And I felt like Guybrush was so gigantic on the screen and everything, but it's a gorgeous game. It's really nice, and the soundtrack is amazing. Mr. Jail, you love your brain constructed that sentence as room of the bucket too. Yeah, Crosslight. Yeah, Laura has some good moments in in Digger from Monra, where, you know, she gets really sassy. In fact, I think that like watching Robot Spacer play Dagaf Amon-Ra the past few his few streams, the whole game is really has this like kind of a weirdly snarky tone, where it's kind of like even the narrator gets in on it, where, you know, you look at something and they go, "It's a tree, Laura," and it's just. I like it, I think. I think it's pretty funny. Yeah, I think there might be a little... I think I need to clean up some of this dithering here. Yeah, downright sassy. Exactly, Luxtux. Lost Look, good to see you. Still in love with all that dithering. Yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, you know me and the dither. I'm actually just, right now, I'm just using my photo reference to go back in and touch some areas up. Make sure they read better, you know, so you can see this is my effort for today. Just darkening up some of the shadows and giving it, you know, some highlights to bring out some areas, cleaning up some areas. Just trying to do things by eye to really make it hold together and read. Oops. The best narrator is Gabriel Knight one hands down. Yeah, Guybrush was super tall in Curse. And yeah, Slash Studio, like Rosella had those the gravity-defying pigtails when she walked. I do have a lot of fondness for King's Quest 4 because it has like a day and night almost, and it's got a creepiness to it. It's got some really nice dithering. Ah, BMD nerd. Yeah, key for point-and-click games to have good music because you will be stuck on a puzzle for hours. And that's the thing, you know. So you're saying you love the Broken Sword soundtrack. I have never played any of the Broken Sword games, and I think I need to rectify that. And I plan on playing those eventually. Let's see here. So that rim. So this rim, let's thicken that up, I think. And then I feel like that should also be, maybe this should also be that color too. Yeah, the whole Broken Sword series kind of completely passed me by. I might even have bought one or at least one of them sometime, and I should probably get into that. More Foggage Green, good to see you. Disaster Squad, good to see you. Yes, having a lot of fun. In fact, yeah, Disaster Squad, I just had a chat with Disaster Squad last week on his stream, and also he just recently posted that on his YouTube. And yeah, Disaster Squad, if you want to post a link for that, please do. Oh, that's better. It's kind of the rim is standing out more, I think. It was a really good conversation. We talked about, you know, our old game memories and being like solo indie game devs. which which is really nice to talk to someone who does that as well. I know we've got quite a few in here that do the same, including Slat Studio, of course, and like small team indie devs like Cosmic Void 3 as well. Yeah, 8 or BT21. Yeah, the haunted house in King's Quest 4 is it's still scary, and that scene with the mummy and everything, it's nightmare fuel, absolutely, and deaths, brutal deaths. The game of Tech Nerd. I feel like this bucket is supposed to be very important. Well, I don't know if it's like super important. It's important to all of us. It's important to me, and it's important that it looks good. But I actually don't know. I don't know its like importance in the general scheme of things. Like it probably isn't. It's really not that important to the game. It's probably a mistake for me to spend as much time as I did on it. But it is so fun. It's so fun to make. It's so fun to make really beautiful close up. Yeah, I think I kind of like how that's going. Having the inside of the rim being the reflection of the grass. I think that's something I want to keep doing. Mr. Gel said that was a fun stream. It was just about 4 or 5 hours too short. Oh yeah, Mr. Gel, I think you were there for that stream, weren't you? Good conversation. Really good. Ooga Booga and King's Quest 7 scared you, BMD nerd. I didn't even get that far in King's Quest 7. The game of Tech Nerd, you've grown attached to the bucket. Yeah, it's when you spend so much time with something, it's kind of hard not to get invested or attached to it. I might actually, yeah, I think I might continue this color into this area. Jester Jeffy agreed. Time enjoyed is not time wasted. Bucket for the win. Thank you. Yeah, Disaster Squad just put the link for the YouTube, the chat we had last week on Thursday, I think. It was nice. It's like a kind of like really laid back kind of a conversation. BMD nerd put a title card over that bucket. You have Sierra game title screen, like that beautiful chrome that they do, kind of like put it around, frame it nicely. Let's see. Yeah, I think, yeah, cleaning it up is having a bit of a benefit. I'm glad I'm just putting a little extra time, just like the finishing touches on something. Should be happening on this side. This side, the bucket. Oh yeah, well there's kind of this rim I started this way, so let's continue that a little bit. Disaster Squad, good question. The next pick to tackle after this. Well, this picture actually we're not going to be quite done with it. This is actually, there's an animation associated with the bucket where there's a fish that comes in, gets dropped into this bucket. So I need to draw the fish and animate the fish. But it's probably going to be kind of like a very floppy fish that's not going to move around a lot. So that's what we're going to have to do even before we get into another screen. So let's see here. I actually don't mind the dithering in the rear of this. Let me actually extend some of the dithering and see what I think. So that it's not... I tried to do kind of like a rim lighting here. I don't think it was working. It's kind of creates extra spaces that aren't really working altogether. Oh, and the game and Tech Nerd. Oh, I'm glad you like the art style. I of course am a fan of 320 by 200 EG art. It's super relaxing for me to work on stuff like this. Especially, you know, having taken the past couple months working on Ilia's game, which was the stuff in Blender, which was like a definite learning curve for me. It's so nice to go back to this stuff and just pick away at it here little by little. In fact, I think what I will do is I'm going to continue doing a little bit of dithering on the far side of it just to soften up that area and differentiate between the two. Actually, and there's like a single black pixel in here that I'm just going to get rid of right now. Don't know how that happens. Yeah, the reflections are probably, like, it's not going to be, I did some reflection in the bucket here, like, kind of can tell, but I'm not going to really worry too much about, like, reflections in the bucket as the fish goes in. I think I just wanted most of the attention to be on just the nice setting of it, and the actual animation won't be too heavy duty. Amberstein, good to see you. Yeah, definitely cleaner looking. Yeah. So if I squint a lot, it's a good way to see if things are working or not. We're not coding an EG path tracer for the reflections. Oh no. I only know how to do so many things. And I'm actually quite limited in my knowledge of how to do stuff. So that's part of the reason you won't be seeing arcade sequences in the Crimson Diamond, anything fancy like that, because I don't know how to do those things, and hopefully people won't miss that kind of stuff too much. Absolutely not serious. Okay, good, Mr. Gel. Yeah, there's no casino games in the Crimson Diamond either. Like, you won't have to like play like poker to make a certain amount of money or anything like that. Okay, where else are we gonna go? I think there will be a little bit more dark shading along like this. One of the bucket references does have a little dark rim area. They both kind of do, and I think that'll help this. I might even use black for that part. Let's take a look at that. Oh, the game in TechNode, I'm using Adventure Game Studio, which is a fantastic tool. And Grindislav, who was in stream earlier, he's also using it. It's wonderful. I'm a big fan. I'm not a programming type of person, so it's been excellent and exactly what I need. I don't need anything special. I don't need anything too technical or flexible. I just need something that will help me make an adventure game, and Adventure Game Studio was perfect. Jim Plays Game says, I don't think arcade sequences make much sense for an adventure game. They're a genre that attracts people who aren't into that sort of gaming anyway. Yeah, that includes me. Yeah. I'm not an adventure, like, I'm not an action gamer type of a person. Oh good, the Game of Tech Nerd, your favorite adventure engine. Oh, okay, you're Joseph DePerla on the forums there. Wonderful. Yeah, the forums have been so helpful. That's another great thing about Adventure Game Studio. I'm glad you're enjoying it too. Maximus says, have you heard about Cruise for a Corpse? French murder and mystery adventure. I recently tracked down its EGA version. No way. Happens on a cruise ship. Ooh. Okay, I have heard of Cruise for a Corpse. I've never played it. I did not know there was an EGA version. That's fascinating. I am super intrigued now, and I am interested in playing it. I'm gonna... Oh, I don't have a pen here. Cruise for a Corpse EGA. Cruise for a Corpse EGA. Fantastic. I've never played, is it Psygnosis? I've never played a Psygnosis adventure game. So I'd be super interested in how that's done. Jim Plays Games says, what's the most actiony game you've played? I've played Crypt of the Necrodancer. I guess that's pretty actiony. I'm not that good at it. I did finish it though. And I finished it using the bomber, because the bomber requires the least amount of rhythm. But recently, that's probably the most recent kind of actiony game that I've played. Party Hard is a game that I played as well. That was like a pixel art, kind of you're a serial killer and you have to kill all the party goers. I played that one. That's kind of actiony, I guess. Not super actiony. Maybe this should just... What other actiony games? Yeah, that's probably better. Kind of seats the bucket better. A little bit of black. There's not really any black anywhere. Oh, there's actually a little bit of black in that area there, which probably... I'm not going to make that black anymore, because it doesn't make any sense for that to be black. Delphine. Sorry, Mousemas Delphine. The French company Delphine made Cruise for a Corpse. I've never played a Delphine game, I don't think. What other action? I mean, of course, any, like, you know, in DOS back in the day, I played, you know, Rampage. I really love Rampage. Gauntlet 2, I think, was a game I liked. Double Dragon. But not recently. I haven't really gone out of my way. Although I did, like I say, I backed Mina the Hollower, so there's something. Ooh, you've been using AGS since it's been Adventure Creator 1999. The Game Techno, if there are any projects you want to put in chat, please do. We've got a lot of game devs in here. Yes, Tapper, Anna. I loved Beer Tapper as well. Love the music, very catchy. Your BMD nerd never heard of Cruise for a Corpse? Yeah, they've done a few games. They did Operation Stealth, or called Stealth Affair, Future. What is that game called? And the other game. Yeah, they've made a few. Rekimaru 777, good to see you. My favorite bucket's still here. Nice to see you. Nice to see you as well. Some whites. Oh, the game Tech and Nerd. I've not played any Tex Murphy games. Future Force by Delphine. Thank you, Maximus. Future Wars. Future Force. Future Wars. I'm not really super into FMV games. The only FMV game I've played is Return to Zork, although I did really like that one. But yeah, you might be right about the white highlights, Blaholtzen. I'm going to try to put a few in. Yes, excellent games, but not EGA, you're right. And I remember Under a Killing Moon, I remember reviewing really well. Also, and it says Pandora Directive and Martian Memorandum. Yeah, I was never into them. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't explore them, you know, nowadays. But yeah, we can try some Hits of White. In fact, Hits of White might be nice for the handle, because the handle kind of needs to stand out, I think. In fact, well, actually, first thing we need to do is, before we do that Hit of White, I'm going to do a hit of the bright onto the handle, I think. So this is where we start kind of breaking the rules of what we're seeing and trying to make something that works well. It just helps it read as what it is. In fact, what I might also do in that area is a bit of that darker cyan color. Oh, interesting. Oh, just Jeffy says the Tex Murphy game's not really FMV. Actual gameplay genre changes from one game to the next. Oh, okay. And Anna, you also never consider them FMV. I just was going from the screenshots back in the day. Like I never really looked into them that much, so that's kind of good to know. Ooh, A2BT21 says that Pandora Directive has the #1 scariest moment in gaming for you. Oh. Okay, and Gaming Tech Nerd, last 3 Murphy games, FMV. Ooh. Mean Streets, Gaming Tech Nerd, I remember Mean Streets as well. That's another gritty one. Let's try to hit some white on here. Yeah, and that feeling A2BT21 of getting stalked by the bad guy is definitely #1 in terms of creepiness factor in games. That is a scary one. Probably the scariest one for me too. Tex says the hairs on the back of my neck just stood on end. You couldn't see the alien unless it killed you. Eesh. Yeah, let's try some white. We'll see, cause yeah, I don't really use a lot of white. You'll notice that there's no white in this at all. Actually, I just noticed there's this weird spot here that I just need to scrub out. I don't tend to use white because it tends to stand out too much. But I think a judicious hit here or there can be nice, and also just kind of fading it away like so can be good. It does really stand out though, and it can stand out in a really nice way. Embersine, you're also a Tex Murphy fan? Yeah, just a Jeffy. Yeah, Mean Streets. I remember it, like, I thought the visuals were really quite good as well for it. Okay, I have a lot of gameplay, unlike other FMV games. A2BT21 says. Okay. And oh my gosh, I don't remember Michael J. Fox being the president of the U.S. in Mean Streets. Oh my gosh. That was another game that we rented from Compu Library back in the day. And I don't think I got very far in that game, but I was very impressed by how cool it was. But it's kind of like, is it an adventure game, or is it more of like an action game, or it's like some kind of weird hybrid? Yeah, the white is kind of nice. Just I'm liking sprinkling it in here and there, just to give a little, like just a little bit of it. It helps the metal stand out more and make it look more twisty. Yeah, it's really quite nice. But there's some funny bits in it that I just have to make sure to be careful of. Oh, hybrid, mostly adventure. Okay. Oh wow, Blaholton says, speaking of white, I watched a video today about white pigment that is so bright that it gets cooler than the ambient temperature just by radiating infrared. I saw on the news, I think, some strategies for, because nowadays, especially in the summer, it's been super hot and abnormally hot, and one of the proposals for kind of cooling places down is to paint the rooftops white, to bounce that heat away from the buildings and everything like that. So there's definitely some truth to that. Ooh, Deluxe Tuck says Mean Streets has reflex-based gunfights, loads of bland flying segments. Ooh, light flight simulator. Yee. Oh wow, A2BT21. The Mean Streets manual has instructions on how to make an audio cable to hook your PC speaker to enjoy real sound. Huh. I do like games like that, Just to Jeffrey, though, where games are trying to figure out what they wanted to be, and they were kind of a mixture of genres. I find that very interesting, and that's why I also kind of like playing games from different studios, because everyone kind of had their own way of doing stuff, and no one, there's no fixed template, and that kind of makes things interesting. It's a video telephone with a built-in fax machine in your flying car in mean streets. Oh, good, and they had an autopilot for the flying segments, A2BT21. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that they did that. I don't even remember. Like, it's. I've got only the vaguest memories of that game. Oh wow, okay. Bill Kuhn says that Midjourney looks significantly superior to DALL-E in terms of AI art generation. Huh. Are your friends are into super into Midjourney, Blaholson? Yeah, I've got friends who are into Midjourney as well. I haven't really explored it myself. Oh wow, Blaholson is apparently it radiates a frequency, the bright white, the brightest white, that doesn't get scattered by the atmosphere, so the energy gets shot out into space. That's kind of amazing. Yay, Farewell Nova Scotia. My favorite song on this whole thing. I'm gonna call it out every time. Huh. Mean Streets, part text parser, part point and click, and some arcade. Yeah, I don't remember there being text parser in that game either. Yeah, Titanic. I know Starship Titanic had a bit of a text parser. I am intrigued by that one, and of course, that whole Douglas Adams, um, angle on Starship Titanic as well. Yeah, just to Jeffy, I have seen some like I don't know if it's Midjourney or DALL-E, but that way of using AI generated art as a prompt for another artist is actually really cool. I did that University of Staffordshire talk, and part of it was a game jam using a particular type of easy to use software called Richcast, and one of the game jam teams actually used some AI generated art for to generate the art for their game, which was really smart because yeah, they had such a limited amount of time to do it. So I thought that was really cool. Oh, Deluxe Touch, you're a big fan of Starship Titanic. Huh. A to BT21, any game that makes you write stuff down automatically gets a higher rating. Yeah, Robot Spacer, when he was streaming Colonel's Bequest and Dave Ramon Ross, it makes the most amazing notes. The white's kind of nice. I'm kind of fond of the white. Just little bits here and there. Yeah, my artist friends believe that DALL-E and Midjourney and all that are like the future of art, and how we're all artists are gonna be out of jobs and stuff. I don't really feel that way myself, but I haven't really looked into that stuff either, so maybe they're right. I'm just gonna clean up more little shape areas here. Just Jeffy, please stand. Yeah, I'm not standing for the national anthem right now. Terrible. Dolly Mini, Dolly 2. Oh, there's all kinds. Music got you at a hockey game, Enter BT21. Game and Tech Nerd, AI art stuff is missing a lot of the human touch, and you can tell. I think that AI art generation could be good for just to give people a ballpark of what you're going for. But I don't know. It's a brave new world. Yeah, I I do think that the tools have probably have a long way to go. Ooh, I kind of like that. I might. I like just this just a tiny little bit of this green here. It's kind of nice. I might continue that. This is why I can take forever on this stuff. I can just play with it, and play with it, and play with it, and play with it. Oh, Jesse Jeff, you redeemed Show a Fun Book. Perfect. Thank you. Ellen Resnick posts a lot of Adali stuff on Instagram. I am interested. I like seeing this stuff on Twitter because it's usually pretty funny. But the way that the faces are kind of blurry is kind of nightmarish. We're going to show a fun book. And I think there's one, considering the game we'll be playing today, something topical. Control tab. It should be back to Big Julia View. Back to Big Julia View. Okay, let's see what I have here. So, well, actually, I've got a few books. The first one yeah, I might as well show this first. Okay. So, it's not really a book, but I think you guys might appreciate it, and because we're playing Rise of the Dragon today, I thought this might be particularly nice to share. Robot Spacer, great to see you! Yes, we've been working on the bucket, and I'm going to start playing Rise of the Dragon. I've been watching your VODs on your Twitch stream. I watched your play of Dagger of Amon-Ra day 1 and then day 2, like up until when I raided you guys the other day. And yeah, it's super interesting to see how you're feeling about Colonel's Bequest versus Dagger of Amon-Ra. And I saw that you kind of were having a bit of trouble with getting started in Dagger of Amon-Ra, which is really interesting to me, and just with the interface. So it's fascinating. Are you going to be playing more Dagger of Amon-Ra tonight? Because if you are, I'm totally raiding you. Here's the book. Not really a book. 10th Anniversary Sierra Catalog. It's beat up. Like the covers come off of it. All this, but it's got all the favorites in it. Conquest of Camelot. And I see, Gigi, you love this one? It's got your Quest for Glory 1, so you want to be a hero. Called Heroes Quests. This one says Heroes Quest before the name change. Yeah, just to Jeffy, this is the reason why the covers come off of this, because I've looked at this so many times. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Space Quest series. I don't know if they have Rise of the Dragon in this one. But it's always kind of fun to see this other stuff. Oh, look, here's an article on music cards. I don't even think I read all of this. Oh, Roland MT32 sound module. Where's Dan? Yeah, it's extremely well loved. Oh, there's an article here on Sierra's productivity software. Home Word 2. I love how they even have illustrations in here. This is great. Codename Iceman could have been the coolest game, HBT 21. Instead, it's an exercise in frustration. To be honest with you, I think Codename Iceman is the one I'd be most scared to play, having watched Let's Plays of pretty much every other Sierra adventure game that was EGA. Like, I've watched Gold Rush Let's Plays, Codename Iceman, Legion of Larry, Police Quest, Manhunter, and I would play Manhunter games before I would play Codename Iceman, because it just looks that impossible. A short history of Sierra and Japanese games. We got Thexter, you know, Sylphied. Ooh, oh, speaking of Manhunter. Oh, it's getting keyed out a little bit. But yeah, this is so much fun. Love it. Oh, yeah, getting keyed out a little bit. But yeah, so that's just a Jeffy. Thank you for the redemption. This is... Oh, look, you can even order stuff. I love stuff like this so much. And it's still on my bookshelf after all these years. Ooh, Colonel's Bequest. Robot Spacer? Oh, you played Manhunter. Did you stream it, Robot Spacer? A2BT, you legitimately love the Manhunter games. I love the way they look. It's that EGA cyberpunk. It's glorious. Which is why I'm so excited about Rise of the Dragon EGA tonight. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, this... I think the same house is on the back of the box for Colonel's Bequest. It's wonderful. But I just love that, like, they would used to have this stuff. Death on the Bayou. Let's see. Enter Laura Bow. It's a dark and stormy night in the spring of 1926. As Laura Bow, collective, college student, and amateur detective, you are looking forward to spending the night in your roommate Lillian's old family mansion, where a gathering of friends and relatives is taking place. A ferry transports you across a dismal swamp and deposits you on the grounds of the dreary and run-down Dijon plantation. It's great. In fact, there's a picture of Roberta Williams here with a dog. I wonder if that's Beauregard. Of course, my camera's not focusing on that. But anyway, yes, fantastic trip down memory lane. Oh, Robospace, you played Manhunter 2 when it first came out. Might stream both of them eventually. Oh my gosh, please stream them. If you stream them after you're finished with Dagger of Amon-Ra, if you stream them, I will raid you like every time after my stream, because I don't want to play them myself, because they're really intimidating because of the arcade sequences. Yeah, just a Jeffy, that catalog now feels like a checklist for a beautiful collection. I totally agree. Okay. We're going to go back to Photoshop. Hold on, what's my control? Okay, you should see Photoshop now. If you don't, please yell at me. Beta Human CGM as well. You had that catalog read it so many times. No, Slash Studio. No, we did not finish the bucket. We should be seeing the bucket right now. We should be in Photoshop, so let me know if we're not. This is what we're doing right now. I'm just... I'm going over the bucket. I'm just adding some finishing touches to make it kind of stand out better. Cleaning some areas up overall. Yeah, just kind of giving it a once over and emphasizing bits and pieces. And I do realize that I think there should be a place where there's a darker shadow in the actual bucket, looking at the references. Yeah. Arcade sequences are tough until you discover slowing down time in DOSBox. Even that, like the timing of stuff, because the controls are laggy as well. That's also tricky. You can save Scum the Arcade. Oh my gosh, yeah, but Codename Iceman is the absolute number one that I would be least interested in playing just because of the difficulty. But yeah, let's see where I can drop in a darker shadow in the bucket. Because I do think it needs something to ground it a little bit. Even if it's just the solid green in touches on the bucket. If I had to judge anything, Slash Studio, you really like a lot of the art in Codename Iceman. Haven't yet played it. Yeah, the art's great. The art is really good. Oh, definitely. A tier BT21. Definitely easier to saves come nowadays. I'm very grateful. I'm just trying to see. There's something. There is an aspect to this where I feel like I do need something dark. Oh wow! Farewell Nova Scotia again. Funky in a good way. Main theme is funky on a Roland MP32. Where is that shadow gonna go? Maybe back here? Something heavier? Probably. Okay, let's try that. Yes, I think this is gonna have a bit of a shadow extra here. It was really cool to kind of go do some internet searching on other DOS games from the 1980s that were EGA, that were adventure games. It's really, yeah, I found a lot of like small little hidden gems that I might eventually do. I might eventually play them. I'm actually really glad I started doing Let's Plays after the art streams, because I get a chance to experience, you know, games that I'd never played before. A-tier BT21, thank you for dropping by. Bye from Ontario. Pleased to meet you. And yeah, we'll definitely be getting into some Rise of the Dragon in about an hour. So yeah. This I'm wondering if this area should be rimlit with the cyan. And maybe some dithering. So this is why everything takes me forever. I could do this forever. Actually, let's just put this on a separate layer, just in case I decide against it. Yeah, this is like where I start just doing some hand dithering. Even though I should just put another layer mask down, I just think, well, it's gonna take me just a second to do this. Why don't I just do it? It is like basically digital cross stitching. It's really soothing. Ooh. That might help that edge stand out better. Yeah, it's already standing out better. That's true, Jester Jeffy. Codename Iceman, Jester Jeffy says, always seemed to be like a testament to Ken Williams' willingness to give people a shot at being a true great game designer. i.e., not always successful, but let's see what they can do kind of mentality. Yeah, I like the experimental. Like, it's not always gonna stick, right? Yeah. Sierra took a lot of risks and made things easier for later companies. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. There's something to be said for that for sure. And I do have a lot of respect for that experimentation. I actually might also do a bit of that secondary dithering in here, where you're kind of doing the plus shaped dithering, whatever that's called. I mean, the thing is there's a lot of other dithering patterns that can be used. I tend to only really do the checkerboard one in the Crimson Diamond stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's other types of dithering patterns that can be used to varying effect, and using these little cross marks is one of them. Yeah, I think having that reflective other side, I'm going to try extending that all the way up to the top of the bucket side, and we'll see how that works. Oh, Maximus says, well, everyone is playing Stray, that new cat game today. That game does look really cute. Even my wife asked if she could play it. Oh, adorable. Justin Jeffy also says, plus I get the impression that Ken was extremely good at getting people to stay on target for release dates. Seemed like he was good at keeping projects on budget. Sierra was definitely prolific. And here, what I think I'll do is, I might not do the same darkness, but I might do that same dither pass of the blue here. Here. And not there, not there. Foggy Green, you've been watching Starbellied Sneech play that earlier. Tika, good to see you! Yay, fellow Canuck! How you doing, Tika? Yeah, I really have no idea what type of game that the Stray game is, besides the fact that you get to play cat. Is it an adventure game? Oh yes, Disaster Squad. I remember that as well. That episode of Lazy Game Reviews, where Clint accidentally found Ken Williams' old PC Junior from. He went to computer. What is it called? Computer Reset. And bought a PC Junior, and it had like some prototype files of, I forget which game, but yeah, that was crazy. Tika, doing good. Didn't have power for 5 hours. Just now online and with cool AC. Oh my goodness. It is hot in Ontario right now. I mean, we can't really complain because it's definitely much hotter in like Spain and Portugal right now. But yeah, it's been pretty warm, even for us. Oh, codename Iceman Debug. Crosslash says, yeah. Yeah, that's really it's such a cool such a cool thing to find. That's another thing, Blaholton. Yeah, like those areas don't really have AC because they're not used to being so unseasonably hot. Unseasonally hot. Yeah. I was like unreasonably and then unseasonally and then I came up with unseasonably, which I don't know if that's the right words. Yeah, I can't even imagine what it must be like in those places. So hopefully people can stay cool. As cool as possible. It's pretty brutal though. I'm gonna try extending that dark blue up the side of the bucket, like I said I would. Oh yikes, Ambersine, your AC runs pretty much 24/7 from mid-March to late October. Ooh, Maximus, AC or central heating, which one would you choose? I would pick central heating still, being in Canada. um, and I kind of grew up with no air conditioning, so I'm kind of more used to that one, and it gets cooler at night, and like in my parents' house there's a basement that's nice and cool, so we had, you know, there's some place to go that was cooler in the house. But Canadian winter it'd be very highly unadvisable to not have heat. Yes, exactly, Belkun. Yes, computer reset. IBM PC Super Junior with a playable prototype of Iceman. Ken Williams playtesting computer, and they sent it in for repair, and I guess never got it back. Blaholton, yeah, same as in Sweden. Barely any ACs in private properties here. Have them in offices and stores. Yeah. Actually, it's kind of weird that I do have this bit of the dark gray in here, and it's not really continued anywhere else. Must have been a leftover of something else. So let's just get rid of that. Yeah, and Ken Williams did confirm it was his After All Disaster Squad. That is really cool. That'd be like an awesome piece of memorabilia to have. Just something that Ken Williams actually worked on. I really enjoy seeing like in like art galleries and stuff when they sometimes have like the artist like paint box or something and their paintbrushes. I don't know, there's something, for some reason it makes it more real to me to see that stuff. Even though we can all assume that they, you know, had tools that they did use, but seeing the tools, that's really like magical to me. Oh yeah, Blaholtzen, yeah, stubborn societal denial. The fact that every summer will be like this, or even hotter. So even if it keeps happening, people continue going, this isn't normal and we don't need AC. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And honestly, we can say that of a lot of issues going around nowadays. Fractal Mind Mike! Hello! Welcome back. Good to see you. Thanks for the sub. Thank you, thank you. Deluxe Tech, you love museums and galleries. Yeah, me too. I love big ones, I love small ones. Like, of course, in Toronto, we have the Royal Ontario Museum, we've got AGO. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff. I have, there's actually this wonderful membership you can get for the art gallery where it's like 35 bucks a year and you can go as many times as you want. And basically, if you go like 3 times, it pays for itself at that point. And that's been a good, really nice deal that they started offering. And something else to keep in mind is that a lot of times our local libraries will have like free tickets for things. Like every week they would have free tickets for things, so you can pick up free tickets for the Royal Ontario Museum or the Art Gallery, things like that. Which is something I don't think a lot of people know. But definitely, you know, great for people who might not otherwise have it within their means to go to those places. That is something that is available a lot of the time. And I never knew that was so. Just a Jeffy, you have a lot of vintage computers in your collection. You often wonder what the previous owners did with them. It is so cool, like to have something that it was a tool of somebody else's. That's kind of another reason why I think like getting like the autographs of like artists is cool on stuff, because it's like that's like their hand and they're using like a writing implement, and that's like their stock and trade, and if you have like something that they did with their hand, it's kind of special in that same way. I don't know. I think it's just beyond the fact that it's like a memento or something. It's like they're using their tool, and I get to keep that as a memento. It's so special. Yeah, just a Jeffy. That's another thing. Yeah, I haven't been really to the AGO very often since COVID, really. But I keep up that $30-something membership because I'm like, sure, they're a big art gallery, but it's kind of like my support of them, even though I'm not going. Nice. Fractal Mind Mike, here in Melbourne, we have ACMI, Australian Centre for the Moving Image. They have great collections and galleries for everything from film and animation to computer games and digital art. That's awesome. I don't know if we have anything like that in Toronto, but who am I kidding? We probably do, and I just don't know about it. That's a great emoji, like the flexing bicep emoji. And the waving Sophie is also really good. Maximus, we do have museum nights as well. All museums free and open all night once a year. We actually, I think, I can't remember, I think both the AGO and the ROM have that. At the Art Gallery of Ontario, I think, like Friday nights after 4, I think might be free. I can't remember, but we do have, like there is a night of the week where that is the case, where it is for free. Yes. This like weird bald patch here is kind of weird to me. Like, why is this like this? What happened here? This should be filled in. Oh, interesting. Fractal Mind Mike. Fractal Mind Mike, you say, I think from what I've heard, Toronto and Melbourne share some of that creative streak and support. That's good to know. Yeah, I know that like our video games industry does have government support. So yeah, like Ilya, my friend's game got Ontario Media Fund funding. So it's really nice that they're supporting like these industries, and it makes a big difference. And I benefited as well. I got that Pixels BIPOC grant, and yeah, it makes a big difference to people, and I'm so grateful that we have those programs. BMD Nerd, awesome! Thank you so much for the sub. And yeah, Toronto used to have a National Film Board Center at John in Richmond. I think it's gone now. I think you're right, just a Jeffy. Which is a shame. Yeah, like the National Film Board stuff, I think they still do funding, because I think I have a friend that's gotten funding from them and benefited from that, but I don't know how much of that is going on anymore. I'm sure it must be. Oh, I don't know if I've ever been to the pods for viewing films, just a Jeffy. See how we're doing. Yeah, I think that kind of makes it read better. Maybe it's too much though. Maybe what I'll do is I'll try an alternate color. Let's try the dark cyan, see what happens in that same area. Maybe it's too bright? Kind of dissolves. Why don't we try the... That's not bad. Why don't we try the dark gray? No, that's too dark. Okay, light gray is not bad. Oops. Probably the light gray. Just another show and tell. I have a, you know, I have my binder of cat cards down here, and I have more books prepared. So anything you'd like, I've got material. Just a Jeffy. Aha! Show old published artwork 1500. Thank you for the channel redemption. I do have old published artwork down here. Let me just step away and grab something. I will be right back. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Deluxe Tux, have a great night. Yeah, we're going to Big Julia Control Tab. Okay. Jesse Jeffy, thank you for the redemption. Here is the redemption. So this is Dose. This is an alt news weekly that used to be in Toronto. Jesse Jeffy, any other Torontonians? You guys remember Dose? Toronto's daily magazine. It was free. This is dated. When is this dated? Oh my gosh, where's the date on this? Okay, yeah, there it is. Monday, February 6, 2006 is the date on that. Right up there. This is the thing. So Dose wasn't around for that long, but there are some alt news weeklies in Toronto. But this one is no longer in publication. But I have it looks like it's one of those local publications that you're never cool enough to read. I don't know about coolness, but it was it was around. It was very available. I think I don't know how this made any money. I think maybe off advertising, but like I said, it didn't really last for very long, so maybe it didn't really do that well. But I've got an illustration in this here. Oh, it got keyed out. Hold on, let me turn off the chroma key. Okay, close. Okay, so changing of the political guard. There's my illustration. This is Stephen Harper, who was Prime Minister. Yes, he was Prime Minister. And so the idea was he kind of had to look like he was on the dating game. So that's why you've got like the blobby like designs here. And I think it says here, yeah, Stephen Harper to be sworn in as PM today and name his cabinet. So this idea being, naming his cabinet, it's basically just, that idea of that dating thing. But yeah, so this is one of the. I mean, is there a credit on the margin here? Where's my credit? Oh, here it is. uh, Julia Minamata illustration. That's me. Oh, it's a George Strombadopoulos. There's George Strombadopoulos. I don't know. George Strombolopoulos. I've actually never pronounced that properly, and I feel bad for not doing that properly. But anyway, yeah. So that is my Stephen Harper dating game illustration for DOS, a publication that no longer exists. So many of these publications no longer exist. But yeah, I did manage to work for them a few times before that all went away. So it's hard to be an editorial illustrator, you guys. It's only gotten harder. and yeah, that's kind of why I'm a game developer now and a pixel artist and do all kinds of other game stuff, because the gaming industry has a heck of a lot more money than the magazine and newspaper industry. I kind of graduated at a bad time. I probably should have graduated like 100 years ago. I think that would have been helpful for me. But what can you do? I still use a lot of the skills that I learned back then in the stuff that I do now, right? So I don't regret art school. I don't regret going to art college, and I don't regret like the circuitous path that I've taken, because it's kind of helped me in a lot of ways and kind of made me more well-rounded and able to appreciate things that have been a bit more successful for me. So there you go. Thank you for the redemption, just to Jeffy. Let us move back to our bucket. And let me see. Let me get back to Photoshop Control Alt. Yell if you don't see the bucket. Jada Butler's Lover says, "Is this when you indoctrinate us into your leftist socialist ideology and declare indie games should be funded by the state? P.S. I fully support you." Yeah, you know, JBL, like you being here and coming in and staying up late with us, that's amazing support. And I really, really appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone who comes to stream and has a nice chat, hangout. I think it's really important for the government to support stuff like industries like this, like the games and all kinds of stuff. Because like having creative industries that don't rely on like natural resources necessarily, creative industries that can have people work from home, all these things are super good. I think they really contribute to the city as a whole. Because these types of industries, they bring in more industries, and it kind of builds and builds, and it all starts from funding little projects. And I think that is super important for cities to invest in if they can. Justin Jeffy says, "Well, we're glad that you're now making games today rather than art for laundry soap 100 years ago." Oh my gosh, you don't even know. Back in the golden age of like illustration and editorial illustration, you could illustrate like an ad for Coca-Cola and you could buy your entire house, basically. Oh my goodness. I was too late. Bucket for Prime Minister / studio, exactly. I think there's so much great art that exists in our museums and our art galleries that are a product of patronage. So, you know, if it's not government patronage, it's church patronage, it's like rich people patronage, and you know, that stuff has cultural value. And I'm so glad that when it still happens, I'm really grateful. Disaster Squad asks, "Do you think you have any weaknesses when it comes to character drawing? Mine is legs and shoes. They always turn out dull." I am not good at foreshortening figures. So like when you have like hands coming towards you, or like I'm not good at foreshortening. Like showing that depth of like a leg moving toward or away from you in space. I lose confidence completely when I show that type of a thing. Also hands, of course. Oh wow, Bilkin says, "I remember Late Blight did a Let's Play of a German adventure called Des Erbe. The inheritance. It was funded by the German government. You have inherited a house from your uncle on the condition that you refit it to be environmentally friendly. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, Judith Butler's lover, good point. It's even more important to have agencies that oversee the funding. My sister works in the theater and directors money launder a lot. Yeah, yeah, that's another thing, of course. Yeah, it's oversight is very important. Slash Studio says, I have a comic book style art book that helps with foreshortening. I'm not great at it, but it's a pretty good resource. Yeah, I probably have like at least one or two art books that are the same. I think it's just for me a matter of confidence in rendering like that. Because yeah, I've done like so much art, like life drawing in my life that I should be able to convey that okay. But whenever I draw, like my art is very flat in terms of like line and stuff, line and line weight. So you need to kind of like let your eye be fooled when you draw that way, and I don't, and I just like totally like say, oh, I'm gonna just flatten this out because like it looks like the arm is too short when it's just kind of, you know, moving forward in space or something. So that's probably my number one thing. Bilkun says some of the funny game deaths in Des Erbe include all of Europe being burned up by the sun just because you opened a window in the attic. I like stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, we're kind of working through this, just making things a little bit clearer and cleaner, and just that added addition of that, the darker shadow on that other side of the bucket helps, I think. The touches of white to pick out the handle, although I will say that I could probably do this a little bit cleaner. Like that area is starting to get a little bit lost because of the kind of dithering here. So let's just go in and clean that up a bit. Actually, probably better to do like so. Yeah, a lot of like classic National Film Board of Canada animated shorts were because yeah, they got funding for them, and they're like such cultural touchstones to this day. You know, like there's The Cat Came Back, That Black Fly song, of course Log Driver's Waltz. Oh, interesting, Goman-sama. I have not. Goman-sama says, on the subject of Golden Age illustration, have you seen Pete Beard's videos on YouTube? He looks at forgotten illustrators and provides brief biographies. Huh? Interesting. Okay, Peter Beard. Art bios. I love stuff like that. There's so many like really awesome illustrators. And even before photography became much of a thing, I think drawing was more of a kind of considered like a standard skill for people to have before photography. Not standard, but like it was like kind of more commonplace. And so that's why I think you get a lot of like authors who would like make sketches for their own books and things like that. And I really enjoy stuff like that. Oh, you know what? This is something I thought I fixed. There. Oh, good. He has videos on more well-known artists too, like Leyendecker and Muka. Beautiful. An old style poster for TCD would be very cool as well. Well, I do kind of plan on doing something like that for the the game box cover, so to speak. There's not going to really be a box cover, but the art for it, I do want to do something that's kind of more illustrated. You know, like I want it to look like an old mystery novel cover, or kind of like how the cover for Quest for Glory 2 has that nice like watercolor illustration on the cover, something like that. I'm kind of thinking of doing something like that for the game eventually, but that'll be a long time coming. So this part, I'm just like looking at these like the bucket rivets. I want to make them stand out just a little bit more, so I'm touching them up a little bit so that they're not as covered over. Yeah. Maybe more shading here and there. Ah, JBL also seconds the Pete Beard recommendation. Speaking of someone with a very similar name, there is a Rhode Island School of Design professor named Matthew Bird. Matthew Bird, I think. Matthew Bird, and he does these amazing industrial design talks on his YouTube channel. I think that's his name, Matthew Bird. Hold on, I'm gonna double check this. And he's done tons of everything ranging from Art Nouveau to Art Deco and beyond. Amazing industrial design talks. So let me just make sure I have that name right. I think we've talked about this before as well. Matthew Bird. It's called Matthew Bird, History of Industrial Design. Fantastic. Fantastic videos. Super knowledgeable, super passionate. And I learned a lot from those talks, watching them on YouTube. It's looking pretty good. I think I might also want to strengthen up the bright cyan on the left side here too. Judith Butler's Lover says, "We never talked about anything, Julia. We have no voice. You keep us trapped in this text box till the fated hero comes along and frees us." It's true. It's true. You're right where I like you. Seen and not heard. Just to Jeff, he says, "Speaking of beard, did you all know that the drummer of the band ZZ Top is named Frank Beard, and he is the one guy in the band that does not have a beard?" That's a fun bit of trivia. I did not know that. I couldn't pick out a single member of ZZ Top from a lineup. Or ZZ Top, as we call them in Canada. Massimo says AI still hasn't been able to properly remove their beards. Yeah, like the creepy smears of the faces that the AI makes are very unsettling. Okay. ZZ Top equals 3 guys, 2 with extremely long beards, except for the one guy whose name is Beard. Weird. I know very little about music. You see that sharp dressed man? It's probably what I know like least about. I like music, but I also have like horrible 90s taste in music too. I'm extremely undiscerning. There's something about these weird little specks of the green in the blue that I find really like appealing, and so I'm just gonna keep doing that. And I don't know, maybe it's because they're supposed to represent the grass reflected in the bucket or what, I don't know, but there's something about it that I really, really like. Judith Butler's Lover says, music is an art form based on arranging sound waves. I would start there. Yeah, I like it. Arranging sound waves. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about this that and I feel like there should be more near the bottom. Oh good, I'm not alone, Brawlholz, and you also like it. It must be a third eye speaking because I can't tell at all. Well, it's kind of hard to see probably on stream. You're probably not seeing like a super high resolution version of this. But there's something, you know, sometimes something about kind of making things a little bit irregular that can be helpful. Because the surfaces are not, you know, perfect or anything. Now, I think that's pretty good. I might add some more of the scattering with this light, the light green. Yeah, the bucket's very geometric, good to break it up a little. Yeah, Maximus. JJBL says the guy or android holographic projection still not confirmed. Dan. You have on here as that kind of artist. They're called soundicians. Got it. Yeah. Dan is a very fine soundician. And you know, like yeah, he could have been a entirely he could have been a hologram this whole time. I mean, I don't know. I met someone at PAX West 500 years ago that said he was Dan, but I didn't ask to see ID or anything like that. ID can be falsified. Massima says, I still can't get over the fact people were scared of electronic music in the 50s because these were unnatural sounds. It's unnatural. I kind of like that. Why isn't... Hmm. That's true, Masters. We hear more electronic sounds than natural sounds these days. You should have been more scared of lithium as a daily supplement. Yeah, they had some pretty interesting ideas of what people should be taking for health or like alertness. The Beatles were called the Devil's Music a lot. Wow. Beta Human CGM says the prophecy is unclear about what will happen when the final pixel in the bucket is set. So until then, we watch and wait. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen either when that time comes to pass. It'll probably be fine. But I don't know myself, you know. Kind of actually like these little bits of the darker color in here. Something about that's appealing to me. It's speaking to me right now. So let's put more of that green in here, and then takes this and dither out some of that. Yeah, there's always a subset of people who are afraid of anything new and different. And I think it's said that a lot of like science fiction deals with like the fears of the newest technologies of the day, like electricity during Mary Shelley's time and whatnot. Victorian science fiction with space. Devil's Chord is all over modern music. Is there such thing as a Devil's Chord, Goma-sama? Yeah, once the bucket is complete, a bucket to another world will open. Yeah, there's a lot of musical styles out there. I like I said, know very little, but I think it's awesome. I really, and that it's not all gonna be for me. Just like, yeah, like I don't like all art, that's for sure. Oh wow, a Devil's Chord was forbidden in medieval music. Wow. It's an interval 6 tones apart. Jabberwocky84, good to see you. The Modern Prometheus, yes, yeah, that was the subtitle thing, whatever they call that for Frankenstein, I believe. Oh, Adam Neely made a video on that. Oh, the Devil's Chord, Bill Holton? It sounds like it would be like totally rocking. So that's the possibility of Blaholton, the exact origin, but it's more just something people started saying because it sounded cool. I think that's a good a reason as any. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of picking away at this, trying to break up some of these spots. And yeah, like trying to break up some of the the shapes so that they kind of are giving a nice... In fact, that's kind of nice, the way that replacing some of the light gray pixels with the green blend. Oh, that's so nice, the way that blends the eye with those two. Pretty fond of that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Marsmus. You might not be ready for it, but your kids will love it. Back to the Future. The Great Myth of the Medieval Tritone Band is the title of the video, Blaholton says. JBL says, it is a myth, sort of. It's not that it was of the devil, it's that it wasn't used that much because of its dissonance. So rare and strange because rare to unsettling to stories about the devil's court. So rare to strange. I see. Yeah, music and just any, noises in general can have real specific effects. Like I feel like if something is too repetitive, like if there's music that's very repetitive, it kind of annoys me, to bothers me. And it can actually like be stressful to hear. So I totally get how that can affect people. Okay, Beta Human CGM says tritone devil's interval is 6 semitones apart. It's either an augmented fourth or a diminished fifth, depending on your perspective. I wish we had the Dan the hologram here to demonstrate. Oh, okay, Blahotzen, yeah, it says ticking clocks give you anxiety. Don't even get me started on infrasound. It can do crazy things to people. Oh, I've not even heard of infrasound. But yeah, ticking clocks don't bother me so much, but it's just when there's music that's super repetitive, it starts to be stressful. It's very strange. Oh, there's something really pretty about the way that having the light gray and replacing some of those pixels with this green. I'm responding to that in a positive way, actually. Oh wow, infrasound can cause people to hallucinate and stuff. Oh, okay, the opening line of the Simpsons theme is a tritone when you sing The Simpsons. It's been so long since I've heard The Simpsons. I'm assuming it's still going. Ooh, and then even breaking into this and adding those little nice... It will never end, Judah Butler's never said. That sounds infernal to me. And now I'm getting kind of lost in these nice tones that I'm dithering into. Oh, it's so pretty. I like it. I like it. Oh, sure, it's still going, the Game and Tech Nerd said. Oh, wow, okay, Blaholton says, a lot of ghost sightings have turned out to have been caused by various things making infrasound. We can't hear it, but it still affects us. Ooh. I like it. Guy, yeah, I really like this. In fact, I might actually add maybe the green to highlight the rivets. Maybe ghosts communicate in infrasounds, Last Studio says. And it's kind of neat because I know I'm sure there's some animals that can see like parts of the spectrum that we can't see and hear things that we can't hear. All this stuff's really cool. And JBL, as says of The Simpsons, will outlast the Soviet Union in the amount of time it exists, which is a true mark of the supremacy of capitalism. Oh, Blahalton says a lot of times haunted places can be cleansed by replacing faulty electronics. So maybe that's why, like, you go to some places and it feels super unsettling, and people like want to avoid those places because there's some kind of weird infrasound thing happening. Interesting. Oh, the game and Techno said, wasn't it a Queensreich? I recognize the word, but I've never pronounced Queensreich out loud. Or something, oh, I've seen ghosts in infrared. Wow, time has really flown by today. Sly Studio says, I remember having a terrible premonition about a place, but it turned out to be absolutely lovely. Maybe they had infrasound issues. That's interesting. What kind of place, Sly Studio, if you don't mind me asking? Like, was it an old building? Was it like a weird industrial area? Yeah, Bolton, I'm glad you're liking the way the bucket is looking. Yeah, I'm really liking just sprinkling in some of that, the dithering nicely. Now what I'm looking at is the extra bits they've kind of put in. That probably, in terms of this, come to think of it, might be too strong on this side. So I might dial that back a bit again. Yeah, time's flown. We're nearly ready to transition to Rise of the Dragon. We'll do that around in about 9 minutes or so. Then we'll play for about an hour. So yeah, just a bunch of subtle differences. In fact, I might make a new group for this so I can toggle them on and off really easily. Bucket, polish. So this is all the stuff we've done today. Yeah, so you can see it's subtle work. But these are the finishing touches. I think after tonight we will consider the bucket scene as it is done, and then we'll start working on the fish next time. Okay, Sly Studio says a town in South Dakota, Little Hunterstown, in particular the church there, such a terrible feeling, but it was a great week. Oh my gosh, it's really creepy. Sly Studio. Hey, Robot Spacer, yeah, my layer discipline is extremely poor. As is my my filing system for my folders and things. I'm not organized. Get hyped for the finest fish ever pixelated. I really don't know how I'm going to approach that, to be honest with you. Because I can't really spend a lot of time, like, I don't want to animate like a floppy fish too much. It's not bad. This is not bad. It's bucket polish. Bucket polish. Oh, you know what? After doing that, I realized that this screw is also being lost somewhat, or the rivet, the flat rivet. And of course, they probably wouldn't really be that clearly marked, judging from the photo references, but this is about, cheating it to make it look better. Thank you, it's got a nice softness now. Not bad, it's great. This is I'm pretty pleased, I would say, with it. Robot Spacer says, some of them are named, but from what I gather, that's better than most people. Oh, Robot Spacer, I am not surprised to hear that you name every layer, because you seem extremely organized, and I have a lot of respect for that, and probably more than just a little bit of envy. Beta Human says you can animate the tail of the fish by flipping it vertically. This is true. JBL said it's strange how places that should be creepy like graveyards and crypts made of human skeletons are never creepy, maybe because it's so obvious. I did for when I was in college, we did have like a field trip to the University of Toronto's like kind of like specimen lab gallery thing. That was a little creepy, like actual heads in jars sliced in half, and like weird like tumors with teeth growing out of them and stuff. That was a bit creepy, I will admit. And it seems like a pretty obvious place to feel creepy, and it totally did feel a little creepy. To me, anyway. Yeah, I suppose, like, yeah, this is a bit of a clean, shiny bucket, isn't it, come to think of it? Like, the dirt and oxidation would kind of make it stand out more. It looks great, nice improvements, thank you, Robot Spacer. Leaf Shadow feels quite strong. Let's see, where's that again? It is on the strong side. It's kind of like an enhanced version. An enhanced reality version. Although, we could always try a dark gray dither on that to soften it, which might be interesting. So let me grab this. One last thing we're going to try before we call it. Let's do this. That's not quite what I was going to look for. That's not quite the effect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that and start filling. Oops, this one. So it's funny because the dark gray is kind of lighter than the dark blue in value. So we could knock it back with dithering just the dark gray on top of that blue. So you can see it kind of softens up the effect of the shadow. Yeah, just a Jeffy, Robot Spacer is a meticulous note taker and makes these wonderful maps of the game. So when he was playing the Crimson Diamond Chapter 1, the demo, he made these gorgeous, even colored them with like little markers, the backgrounds and the map and stuff. It's the most beautiful thing I ever saw. JBL says, in Croatia every Halloween you can go to Transylvania and have a nighttime party in front of Dracula's castle. That sounds amazing, not creepy at all. That just sounds straight up amazing. Bilkin says, good grief. Body horror in fictional movies is one thing. Thinking of going to a museum and seeing it in real life, a whole other freak out. Because the thing, it wasn't even a museum. It was just, well, it's kind of a museum, kind of not. It just had, yeah, these weird specimens of like sawed in half, right down like this, so you could see the entire cross section of an actual human head. But the worst part, Bill Kuhn, and I think I've said this before, the worst part was that, so they would be in jars of these formaldehyde. Right? But the formaldehyde, like, they needed to top it up. So you'd get the top of the guy's head was like inside the jar, but there was air here. And so his head would be up above the formaldehyde in places. And I'm like, no, that's the worst part to me. Like, I want him to be fully submerged in that. Instead of like a... that was the most disturbing part, was that. Top him up, please. Jim Matt, good to see you. I'm glad you're liking the pail. The bucket, the pail. I'm really pleased with it so far. Yeah, pail. It's so funny, just Jeffy, before I even read your comment. I will call it a pail until I kick the bucket. A Halloween stream coming quite soon, Maximus. I gotta figure out what to dress up as. Like last year, I did like a quick Leia cosplay. This and the one before, I dressed up as Sadako from one of those Japanese horror movies. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, Robot Spacer. Yeah, that super unsettling. I just wanted like someone to come along with a watering can of formaldehyde and just gotta top up your head, your sliced head, please, please. Like the last thing we want to see is like that starting to go off. Yes, let's do an exhibit like that in Chicago where they have jars of fetus from the first week all the way to 9 months. It's amazing, but also greatly off-putting at the same time. Yeah, so I actually went to like a Bodyworks exhibition, and those are a little weird because yeah, they had like a fetus thing of like the growth and stuff, but they also had like weird art installations of like the bodies like posed in like different ways, and some of them were like combined weirdness art installations, which I thought was a little like creepy too. Like it looked serial killer like. But they are fascinating exhibitions. Maximus, yeah, The Ring. So Sadako from The Ring, which I haven't even seen. I've just seen screenshots. But it was an easy costume. So there we go. That is so far. That was the bucket polish we put on this stream. I think I feel pretty good about that. Just subtle improvements. Bring out that form. Make it easy to read in the 3 seconds it's going to be on the screen. All right. Thank you guys. Really glad that you like that. Control time. That's big me again. Okay. Okay. So next is going to be actually what instead of that, why don't we just put it on this screen while I mute myself and have my snack. You can enjoy this wonderful screen cap of the comparison of the VGA version and the EGA version, which we will be playing for about an hour before we find someone to raid. I'm going to put myself on mute right now so you don't have to listen to me chew, but I'm just going to grab a quick snack. And then we'll continue onward. Tag change! Maximus, thank you so much. I will do that right now. Rise of the Dragon. Rise of the Dragon. If they have it. They don't have... Okay, there. Perfect. Okay. Wow, it says point and click fighting. Okay, whatever. Anyway, thank you, Maximus, for the reminder. Oh, you also like the EG version better. Glad to know, Blaholtzen. Which is which, Jabberwocky? So the left-hand side is the VGA version, and the left-hand side is the VGA version, the right-hand side is the EGA version. We will be playing the EGA version. And you can see also like the left-hand side is that logo, Rise of the Dragon, is the VGA. And on the right is the Rise of the Dragon EGA. But yeah, I'm going to mute myself real quick, have a quick snack, and we'll get down to it. here we go. Okay, so yeah, the Game and Tech Nerd, yeah, the EGA version has that clarity, and I like Slash Studio how you mentioned that on the ceiling of this, you can see that they've really silhouetted some stuff out in blue. It's not just a direct VGA port to EGA, they did do some touching up, and that's definitely a place where you can see that, which I'm quite grateful for. The red pipes are cool. So I'm holding up a lot of hope. This is the EGA is the one that I started with. Let's start off with some trivia. So this was 1990 by Dynamix. They released for Amiga, DOS, Macintosh, and Sega CD. It was directed by Jeff Tunnell, who founded Dynamix, made Stellar 7, Heart of China, and The Incredible Machine, among other things. And the copy that I'm playing today was furnished by Musically Inspired on Twitch, who is super helpful. And I do have this on Steam or GOG. I bought it on GOG for $7.65, but it was the VGA version. They did not have the EGA version available. But Musically Inspired did tell me that back in the day, you could send a card and your floppy disks away, and you could have them send you the EGA floppies back, which is kind of cool. Yeah, blue for dark stuff is prime EGA colors. Love it. the lit windows in the back. Yeah, that they changed a few things here. Yeah, Brandon Bloom, Musically Inspired. Okay, so we're gonna turn off this music. This game does have music. I'm gonna turn down the volume on that though, because it's probably gonna be a bit loud. But let's turn off this. Let's fire up the DOS box. Okay. So we're going to mount GOG games, drag in EGA, C, oops, C, dragon. All right. And we're gonna just tell me if this is too loud. How's the volume? Ooh, that was a bit piercing. Oh, looking to defend a UI for DOSBox, no more commands. Ooh, let me do that. How is that volume? By the good volume? Okay. Defend. Okay, I haven't even seen the intro yet for this, so I'm gonna full screen mine. We're gonna play the introduction. Here we go. Oh, it's rocking. Touch loud? Let me know if you guys think it's to touch loud. Oh, it's so good. I'm so excited. Oh my god, look at this dithering. Ah! It's awesome. Oh, so this is the ad-lib music, OPL2? Cool. BMD Nerd, I did beat Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, last art stream. I did.
There you go, baby.
Uh-oh.
Have a nice trip.
Thanks, Lou.
I didn't know there was gonna be some, like, voices. Oh, that didn't look that good. Oh, this is so nice. That looks great. I was not expecting that at all.
Hey, little friend. You got a good time for me?
Wow, I love the gray dither to, like, knock that back.
Oh.
What was that? Oh my god.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, no voices here. Do I gotta click? Oh, nope. Bahamut will once again strike terror in the hearts of men. I don't know if you guys want me to read this or what. I think these are great looking. I love the palette. I love all the dithering. It's fantastic. Oh my goodness. Okay. When I play this first, I did not have voices. This is kind of amazing. Woo! Okay. So I like the curse. This is great. Okay. Can I not? Cabinet lock. It's locked? Oh man. So I gotta find does that say Polaroid eggs or paranoid eggs? What is that? Powdered eggs. Well, I'm just so excited. Okay. Fisto oats and Fisto H2O. Ooh, I can turn on the water. It's brown. I'm not feeling it, you guys. Yeah, the light effect is very cool. Question 1, is inventory limited? I don't remember, Mousimus. Yeah, I agree, Jesse Jeffrey. There's no way this is just a machine doing this. It's too good. Jabberwock 84. Can you explain the difference between VGA and EGA? Yeah, it's the available color palette. Yeah, so this is that 16 color palette that they're using here. And that's pretty much the only difference. Although this one seems to have. I turned the sound down a bit because it was a bit loud for me. The sound seems like they wouldn't have gone with the EGA version necessarily, but I'm certainly not complaining. Yeah, the water is rich in iron. It's future water. Coke on tap. Same resolution. No, Jabberwocky 84. I think this would be a lower resolution. Probably. I don't know what the resolution is of this game, but I would assume so. Yeah. Lower resolution than the VGA. Okay. So there's a fridge here too. Can we open the fridge? No. It's an interesting interface too. Oh, now I can turn the water. Oh, that's interesting. I can turn on the water in that view and that other view. How about our jacket? Overcoat. Oh, so I see right-clicking is to look. Oh, interesting. Blackened by age and exposure to pollution. Cool. Okay. Cupboards and... Okay, gotcha. I don't know what this bell is. Looks like just a big dinner bell. Half-empty beer cans and decaying leftovers. EGA and PC Spirit Disaster Squad. I agree. I think there must be something in the overcoat, though. Exit. We don't want to exit. Light. Let's look outside in the city. 20 billion people. We've really screwed up this planet. Half of them could use a blaster shoved down their throat, drugged out punks. I think this was set in 2053. I read that on the wiki. Oh wow, okay, Beta Human CGM says this version is the same resolution as the VGA 320 by 200. Interesting, I did not know that. Yes, and yes, this game very much reminds me of Blade Runner, absolutely. And your GameSpot Studio will PC speaker and music option for your upcoming EGA game. Oh, interesting. Can I look at the pipes? Nope. Can I look at the magazines? Okay, so there is a computer here. VidPhone terminal. Okay, so we have a VidPhone. A lumpy pillow. Oh, wow. What happened? A lumpy pillow. Okay. Unwashed sheets. I kind of, I know there's... I actually remember there being something under this pillow, but I don't know how to do things. How do you... Oh, okay, you just double-click. There we go. Your pistol. Let's take it. You probably can't take it to all places. Okay, how do I take it? Oh, drag. Okay, so here's our inventory. Oh, there's a time. I hope this is not important. But yeah, I guess that's like July 31st or something. This makes me nervous. I don't like the time ticking like this. Okay. So can I just open stuff by double clicking? Nope. Can I open this? Nope. So we need a... There's no key. Where's the key? No. Time is kind of important. Great. Yeah, it's true. Bill could. Even the main character's name is Blade Hunter. Oh, man. No, no, please don't do this to me. Okay. With the time. Vidphone camera. This is very futuristic. Oh, what's this? Message waiting indicator. Great. I love how we still have a rotary phone. What's this? Vidphone remote control. Laziness. Okay, great. Empty can of bio beer? I don't know about that. Okay. Books. I like books. Okay. Guess we can press that. How do I get a... I'm still figuring out this interface. What's going on? Oh, okay, here we go. Wait, William Hunter. Bill Hunter. With a Bill Hunter? Sure. Okay. How do I do this? How do I do the thing? No? Okay. Okay. No, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. No. Put it back. Put it back. I'm having trouble. This is a 2053 computer. We're going back to this. Yeah, floppy drives and rotary phones. How do... Please. Yeah, Go back in. Okay. Oh! Okay, okay. Right, play. Figuring this... Oh my god. That looks so good. You guys. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we saw a lady. That looks amazing. That looks amazing. Start at the Pleasure Dome. Alright. We need to find the Jake. Chandra. Okay. Oh my goodness. Ooh. So this is Mayor Vincenzi. Okay, Chandra, his daughter. I'm so happy right now. Okay, time mostly passes when you do things, especially when you travel. Oh. Yeah, that's true, Maximus. You could just be a retro enthusiast. Yeah, Late Blight said, remember when people thought the game's computer phone is what the future would look like. Maybe we'll go back to this. You just don't know. Yeah, I wonder what goes on in the Pleasure Dome. Maybe it's like golf. Like, maybe it's mini golf. Or maybe it's like IMAX. Or something. Yeah, there's a hacked Rob, like this thing. Okay, next. Do we have new... Oh, look! Another message. William Hunter from Momar's Cars. Let's play it. You need a used hover car? That looks better than it has any right to look. Ooh, Karen Summers. Yeah, we didn't run out of trees, Maximus, you're right. That's true. Belkin, the mayor wants this case strictly off the record, which is why he left a video recording of himself saying that. Here we go. Oh. That's our girl, I think. I think I remember that. Uh-oh, oh man, we had a date with Karen. She does not look happy. But she looks great. She looks wonderful. Oh man. Oh, we have keys, so maybe we need our keys from Karen to open up our cabinet. Okay, so we've got the Bureau of Records, another location. So we need to talk to Karen, get our keys. We've got the Pleasure Dome. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's it? Okay, done. Wires. I love the wires in the front. A red wire. A green wire. Can we do anything with the wires? I'm still not 100% on how this works. Like what the interface does. Oh, that's the... Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, that's the picture? Wow, things take a little bit to load, don't they? Okay. Picture of the mayor's daughter. Wow. Oh, ooh, what happened? What? We're naked. Well, we're not naked. We got little tidy whities on. Okay, what about this? I guess we need to get dressed. Is that our first puzzle? What is this? Can I look at the gun? Blade's pistol. With Smesson. Okay, that's pretty funny. Police special pulse particle beam handgun. Cool. Okay, great. Oh man. Look at us. Karen was Tress McNally's, Neil's first video game role. Yeah, this looks, just to Jeffy, this looks amazing. Like, I can't get over how good this looks. Like, even like the way he's like lit and shaded and stuff. Oh, the way I'm lit and shaded in this is pretty good. Oh, if you try to pull on his underwear, you get an Easter egg. I never go anywhere without my BVDs. What's a BVD? I like how he, like, his hands like spasm when I do that. Anyone know what BVD stands for? You have to get dressed in this game. Skivvy's only run, Mr. Gel. Oh man. Yeah, maybe like they don't care in the future, right? Yeah, how much of the EG out here do you reckon was digitized and touched, cleaned up? They must have cleaned up everything. Like, this looks good. Oh, it's men's underwear. It's a brand of men's underwear. Is that real? Like, I'm not up to date on my men's underwear brands. Is that a real brand? Okay. Yes, there is a Rise of the Dragon. I saw the Rise of the Dragon manual, the Game and Tech Nerd. So yeah, that's definitely. Can I take anything else? I want to take everything. Can I take the Coke? Nope. It's interesting to me because you can't tell what you can and can't take. I mean, this stuff, like where there's stray colored pixels here, like the brown and red and stuff like this, maybe that wasn't cleaned up. Some of this wasn't, but like the stuff that counts totally is. Oh, what's this? Oh wow, okay, what's that? It looks like like a Costco roll of cellophane. What is this? Power pack for Blade's gun. Each charge is good for a year of normal use. Oh, it looks like a harmonica. Okay, exit. So, can I combine stuff? I did a thing. I armed my gun. Okay, great. Okay. So clicking, I'm just going to try to click and drag everything. I want all the books. I want the wires. Okay, that looks to be fine. I also hope it makes harmonica sounds. Okay, oh. Okay, great. Okay. I'm getting into this. Look at this jacket. It's beautiful. It resembles Peruvian goat leather. Okay. Can I put it on me? I can't wear it? Just that? I can't... Oh, come on, Blade Will, whatever your name is. Whatever my name is. Oh, there's... Oh, see? Okay, there's clothing on the ground. Okay, so I have to just click and drag. Gotcha. Click and drag. This is great. I love it. Okay. Just stuff it in our underpants. Okay, we've got clothes. The music is amazing too. I love this. Blade's clothes. Sales rack at Sears is still a thing. I don't even know if Sears is a thing now. They make a comeback. Oh, I want to read the rest of that. Not quite bad enough to warrant washing. Oh, we're a real catch. Yes. Oh, I like that. He's tucking in. Look. He's got the that very futuristic fashion sense of I do of wearing the long sleeve under the short sleeve, tucking my t-shirt into my pants. Can do this. Nice. I love it. Look. Ah. Yeah, this beautiful dithering here that they're doing here. This won't get auto generated like that. It just wouldn't. It would look like a mess. Can I put this in here? Okay, okay, yeah, I don't want to walk around like that, but that's fantastic. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Okay. There he is, Deckard. Okay, can I look at that? Oh yeah, so we're in Los Angeles. This is 2053 Los Angeles. I like how tiny our place is, too. But yeah, I guess I'll try to click and drag stuff off of this shelf. What's this? Glass jar. 2-year-old peanut brittle crumbs. Salt and pepper. Pepper has the odor of wet cat. What's this? Broken egg timer. And emptied powdered egg box. Okay. I think I'm satisfied that we've done everything. I don't know what this bell is or this helmet. And I want to open up my fridge so badly, but it won't let me. Okay, we're going to save it. Save. Files? Files. Save. Home. Sweet home. And it's also weird because they do have like weird calibration stuff. Like I don't know what this is. Like button, threshold, long, short. I don't know what the VCR thing is. Either. Options. Sure. VCR. Controls. Difficulty. I don't know. Yeah. Detail all the way. What happens if we do that? I don't think that changed anything. Oops. Controls. It's fine. Yeah, the updating character, right? Robot Spacer. This is like primo stuff. Justin Jeffy. Okay, when you buy it, Justin Jeffy, just as a warning, like you don't get this one. You get the VGA one. And I love the touch of how when the helicopter goes by, like the light shakes. Okay, we're gonna exit. We're gonna get out of here. Oh, it's our toilet. Oh, it's our toilet. Oh my gosh. Nah. Oh. Uh-oh. So intense. I love the style of this. Like how it's the colors are subdued from the dithering. Okay, we're behind. Yeah, there's some stray pixels here and there, which I guess they just probably didn't have time to clean it. Face the wrath of Bahamut. How many times have we heard that in a work meeting? I don't mind the stray pixels here and there. First aid kit. Okay, so naturally I'm just taking everything because I love the click and drag. I don't know why things take so long to load though. Aerosol personal protection device. Ooh. Developed with the idea of providing a safe and humane way to disable an assailant. Oh! Induces a state of extreme euphoria. Which renders the target incapable of any hostile actions. I can't possibly see how that would be misused. Can we just... We can... We're gonna walk around like... No, don't spray it! You're gonna run out! Stop it! Don't do that. Oh, okay, what's this? Old familiar friend. Oh, can we just walk around with that? I probably shouldn't use this medical kit until I have some... Okay. Can we walk around with this, like, the picture in our hands? No. Okay. Great. That's just a mirror, I guess? Leaky shower head. Can we use it? Oh man, we're getting our toilet wet. Okay, how about this? It's funny how it's a pull chain still. I mean, we don't even have those now. I guess they make it come back to Can we not use the toilet? Okay. Can we look at the toilet? Privy. Oh, privy. Is this British? Is this a British game? Okay. The game is extremely interactive. And Slash Studio, I do not have the DOSBox cycles turned up. I can turn them down though. I think that's like F1 or something. Is time passing distressingly quickly? Hide gun in water tank. I mean, yeah, I would probably, people would just probably get high off of the... So, that's a different exit? Is this a different exit? Okay, well, we did do some extra stuff, so let's save it. I might have to replay this game because I am just wasting a lot of time. Is this an exit? Is that back in the... Oh! Oh, that's our address. Ooh, what's this? Nice art. Looks like a friggin' spleen? Security lock. Oh, do I have my ID card? Did I just lock myself out of my own place? Shoot. Oh, I did! Thank goodness I saved. Okay. Oh man. Jeez. Give me. Hello. Give it. How do I... Give me the card back. Give... Oh, okay. Gosh. Okay, that's funny. I can't even get mad at that. Okay. Credit card, ID card, medical information database, and door key. That's pretty good. Alright, now I'm going to save it again because now I have my house key. Jeez. Man, you guys. Just a Jeffy, thank you so much for gifting the subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, yeah, just a Jeffy, you can redeem points and I can just, yeah, absolutely, we can definitely do that. Anyone, if you want to redeem channel points, we can do that at any point whatsoever. Don't be shy. It's not a soft lock Russell G. Okay, so the valve in the ceiling. Is that even a... Is the valve in the ceiling in this one or the bathroom? You mean? I don't know if the valve in the ceiling is anything. And we can't even look at the ceiling. There's a trick to open your door. Oh, cool. Okay. That's smart. And I do like the font. Oh, interesting. Beta Human, CGM. When you first played Rise of the Dragon, you didn't get the nifty background animations for locations like the shaking light because I wasn't running DOS's extended memory managers, limiting me to 640k RAM. 640k RAM. The first time I played with a full megabyte, it blew my mind. Yeah, I actually, it's funny how small this game is, too. I can't remember how big or small. It's an everything card. Yeah, the bill. I was wondering just now about whether that'd be a good thing or a bad thing to have an everything card. A library card too. Okay, Just a Jeffy redeemed. So we're going to have this music still in the background. We're going to redeem though. Our next redemption is. Hopefully this won't get keyed out. Oh, the valve outside when you're locked out of your apartment. Okay, I will check that out, Crossless. Thank you. This Muka. So we were talking about a bit of Art Nouveau, Art Deco before. There are a lot of posters and stuff in the Crimson Lodge that are based on maybe not some Muka and some just general Art Nouveau posters. Like there's a Toulouse-Lautrec in Margot's boudoir. And this is just a beautiful overall, great reproductions of some of Muka's, you know, pieces here. And talk about his life and everything. I'm a huge fan of Muka. I think his work was gorgeous. In fact, let me try to find one, well, This one, I definitely took some inspiration. This was not last year's Christmas card. It's getting keyed out a little bit, so I will turn that off just briefly. Okay, close. Yeah, so here is, this is 20, I can't remember what year. Not last year, the year before's Christmas card, but you can see I definitely took inspiration from Muka for this one. And yeah, it's just a great overall beautiful book. Oh yeah, here, this one. This poster of Muka's is in the pink bathroom upstairs in Crimson Lodge. Is this one. And I'm not sure if there's any other ones in here. So I mean, I've used at least 2 of Muka's works in my illustrations. But he did other stuff too, like here's a beautiful piece of wallpaper or something he's designed. But thank you very much for the redemption gesture, Jeffy. I love, you know how much I love showing my books. What else? Yeah, just gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. Is there a picture of the man himself in this? Maybe not. Maybe not. Huh. It's not really, it's all like just reproduction. Anyway, gorgeous book. One of my, I don't have many Art Nouveau books, but I have a few. So that's definitely one of my favorites. So thank you again, Just to Jeffy, for the redemption. Great. Okay. Going back to this gloriousness. This gloriousness. Oh my gosh. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that, Bill Kuhn. Hold on. Open up that in Amazon.com. Maya, which, yeah, that definitely has that same kind of look. I mean, a lot of people have been very much inspired by Muka, of course, and myself included. Oh, oops. Let me get my chat back. Oh no. Chat. Okay, there. Okay. Yeah, I have a very beloved collection of books. Okay, so Valve, you say Karashla. Oh crap! Oh wow! I went through other. Oh, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. What? Wow, more buildings. Okay. What's this stuff? What is all this? Can I keep? I can keep going. I don't even think I ever visited this when I first played this. What the heck is this? Okay. Can I just? Will I fall if I can? One wrong step. I shouldn't go this way. Well, why are you like letting me? Then. Hey, these boards are loose. Can I keep? What if I keep doing it? Will I die? Yes. Okay. Well, you know, it did warn me. That end. First death. The music is so good. Alright, so we're not going to exit out that way. We're going to exit out the proper way. Okay, so there's a... Oh, this valve. Okay. Okay. What... Can I... Oh, very good cross-last. Very good. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, if we get locked out, we can just do that. That's really smart of them to do that. Very kind. Okay. So there... Okay, so... Security... Okay, great. So this... Yeah, so that's back there. Okay, we don't want that. Okay. Ooh, exit. Okay, so there's 2. There's up or down. Let's go up. Boom. Ooh. Nakatomi... Nakatomi building? Is that like Nakatomi Plaza? What is this? What is this? This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love this. Ova? Okay. I see no reason for this area. Maybe we need to do this later. Fantastic. Okay, back. Just Jeffy's, this game does support MT32. Presume even in EGA mode. I don't know how I would go about doing that. I'm sure there's a way in DOSBox. They put in a Die Hard reference at Bilkin, I didn't realize. If you leave the building without getting dressed, you get arrested. Yeah, Robert Spacer says, this building seems super unsafe. Should really let the landlord know. I'm sure they get right on it. I'm kind of loving the music, although, I mean, my heart is with the MT-32, of course. Okay, let's go down. The dithering is... Oh! Compton? What is this? What is this? M-Way map. 3D satellite image of Los Angeles to help them choose their destination. This doesn't look that good. This person's playing with a ball of yarn or something. Hello, ma'am? Ma'am? Super intense. This kind of sounds... Oh. Okay. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, oh, look at... Oh, my goodness. Karen's, Blades, City Hall, Pleasure Dome. Okay, you guys. Where do we want to go next? City Hall. So City Hall's where Mayor Vincenzi is. He didn't really want to see us. Karen, we can get our keys off of Karen. Maybe open up our cabinet. And then there's Pleasure Dome, which is where we need to speak to the Jake. Girlfriends? Let's go to Karen's. Karen with a Y. That's future Karen. Let's do it. Where's Karen at? Okay, there's only one. No answer. Karen must not be home. Oh, she's not home. Okay, well that's not gonna be helpful. But the music is rocking. Nowhere else to go in here, huh? Can we... Alright. Another time. The Dome. Oh, hi! This is great. Santa Monica. Okay. You just see if we get up before noon and it's now 5 p.m. Oh, Karen. You set us up to fail. Pleasure Dome. Let's save. Can we pick up garbage? These people are so cool. Oh, hello. Can we visit this tent? Pleasure. Okay, pleasure to... Okay. Anything can and does happen. If it's illegal and you want to try it, chances are you can find it here. Fantastic. It's just what I want. Okay, indeed. Okay. Okay. Hello. So that's you. Have a great night. Oh, no guns allowed. Okay, check them or get lost. Oh, Just Jeffy, thank you for gifting the tier, the sub to Robot Spacer. I can't read. The music is so good. Okay, I'm gonna try to get into a fight with these guys and get shot up, and then we'll probably restore to Home Sweet Home, and then leave our gun under our pillow and come straight to the Pleasure Dome. Hey guys, I'm not going to blow the place away. Your peace. I won't ask nice again. Come on. You have got one major attitude problem. Judith Butler's lover said, it's getting quite sensual. My delicate sensibilities are shaken. Ooh. Alright, look at that. See that? Wow. Ooh, let's make fun of the muscle. No! Sock. Hey, we got one in. Wow. Did we die? Oh, we didn't die. Oh, but it's like... Wow. That was a long fight. Okay, so we're gonna restore it. Restore. Home Sweet Home. Alright, so we're gonna leave our piece. Yes. Alright, and now straight to Pleasure Dome. Straight to Pleasure Dome. The music is so good, JBL, I know. And the lighting is fantastic. Oh, we can't check the gun in at the door. Yeah, we probably could, but I don't trust them with my gun. They're probably gonna sell it or something. So, yeah, exactly. Sweet dreams gun. Tuck him back into bed. Oh, so this is kind of random then. I love these walking. Oh, hello. Oh, no. Like ships in the night. There we go. These guys look fantastic too. Hey guys. No? Okay. Great. Nice hair. He's got like a double mohawk. Great. I'm gonna go in. Can I talk to these people? Can I look at them? A mountain of a man. I want to talk to you. Talk. Okay, you don't want to talk? Hey, we don't gotta talk. Oh, hello! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So now we'll save as Pleasure Dome, because now we're truly in the Pleasure Dome. Doesn't look like much of a dome from the inside, though. Some of the screens in this game are too quick. Yeah, maybe I could probably dial down some of this stuff. Like the cycles. Let's look at the ladies. They writhe suggestively on the raised dais. She's not writhing, this one. She looks like she's asleep. Wake up. How about these guys? To main stage. Can I get up there and dance? Bar. Who's this? Ooh, gentleman. One card stud poker. How about this guy? Ooh. Okay, how about this lady? Plays cards with two other. Okay. Okay, let's talk. Hello. Can't talk to the ladies. Let's talk to you. Looks like a pleasure cube. Excuse me, miss. Yes. Gorgeous. Look at all the colors on her skin. People call me Darcel. Duracell? Fluffing her. Mike, the language in this game. She's so pretty. Look at all the colors in her skin. Look at the dithering that's happening. Okay, this game was the first time I encountered the word ride. Oh, she's wiggling her legs a little. Okay, Robospacer, good. I mean, as long as she's okay. Yeah, she's just Judith Butler's lover. This woman, she's giving me some like Joan of Arc vibes. Yeah, chainmail armor, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Our Burklaus. I missed the paper airplanes, but the activity is intense. Ooh, okay. So why don't we ask? Let's ask about Chandra before we ask about anything that's suspicious. Do you know Chandra? I mean, oh, it's so glorious. I haven't seen that person, William. This is like, I really like her skin. I really like your skin. Would that be bad to say? Why don't you try the bar? Okay. I kind of wish that these would advance by my mouse clicks, but whatever, it's okay. Oh, there was a fist fight behind the dancers. Sweet. No, talk to me again. You're so pretty. No, what about Jake? Come on. Can I just keep bothering you? And oh, is she gonna... Will I get kicked out? She's getting irritated? Nope. Okay. How about you? Okay, Crumb. Oh. Talk to me, Chandra. Chandra, honey. Oh, well. Oh, there's the paper plane. I see it, yeah. Oh. She kind of has the face of a bowling ball. I hope she's okay. Okay, bar. Beta human CGM. I say that just as from professional EGA artist tone perspective. Oh wow, yeah, you're right. Book, and his name is F.U. Fubar. Never knew that was a joke until now. Let's go to the bar. Oh yeah. So much to look at. Ooh, sour expression. Look at this. Look at this guy. He's got beef arms. Beefy arms. Good. How about you, fella? I'm just looking at everything right now. I'm not talking to anybody. Hello, ladies. How about this guy? This guy. How about you? How about them? No? Okay, well, I actually want to talk. I can't even talk. Oh, yeah, I'll talk to lady first. These guys are intense. Yeah, some of this could have been probably cleaned up more, but, you know, I'm sure, like, they didn't have a lot of time, and I don't mind it. I like the grittiness. Hello. Hello. Candy. Hey, Candy. Do you know the Jake? Sounds like fun, Candy. I'm here on... Let's keep this PG. Ah, she smiles. I like that. Look at that. She's so futuristic. Okay. Let's make like a tree and leaf. That's still around. She looks like a punk version of Raggedy Ann. Maybe later. Let's ask about the Jake. Never heard of the Jake? Knows everyone who comes in here. Candy. This is glorious. I love the close-ups. The bartender. Okay. Yeah, the bartender. Just have to talk to this fellow. Oh my god, greetings, officer. You know what this guy sounds like. Ah, he's kind of scary. Blade. My name's Blade. Blade Runner. Casey Jones. Oh, Casey. Why is your nose gray, Casey? Your nose should be pink. Pinker than everything else. The bartender looks very scary. You look kind of funny. Oh man, Blade. I'm looking for information. What are we talking about? Chandra. Let's ask about Chandra. With the Jake. Okay, well that checks out. Know where I can find him. We're like real tight. Can't quite remember what he looks like. That's pretty good. Okay. Ask around. Okay. Thanks, man. No problemo. It's California. Okay, let's, sure, let's talk to the barkeep. Oh, nice. Who do you want? No, Blade, no! Don't be rude. No, stop it. Okay, order a drink. I'm not a police officer anymore. Oh, man. No, be nice. I'm looking for a man. Okay, what's it to me? I have some business. Like, okay. Okay, he's the guy in the green coat. Yay, we did a thing. We did a thing. Okay, so let's save it. Wow. Wow. Okay. Jake in the green jacket. Cool. Does it update to say that he's Jake? No? Okay, hello. Oh, why is everyone so rude? I'm assuming that's rude. I can't tell. How am I investigating a murder? Jake looks really cool. You're the coolest. Okay. Oh my goodness, so salty. Oh, a friend of his is in some trouble. I like that. Smarter. The Jake, he has lots of friends. I'm sure you do. Are you... Slosh brain. Chandra Vincenzi. Chandy. Oh, he's got a pet name for her. How much did you know about her? No, talk to me! Oh, look, he's not happy anymore. I like how they have variations on the faces. No, please, talk to me. No. Come back. Okay, I'm gonna restore it. I don't know if anything can be locked out, but we'll restore it. Yes, Blahousen, call your friend Jake the Jake. Yeah, it looks like it's just the it's the light, the powerful strobes, not the strobes, but the spotlights. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I'm looking for the Jake. He kind of opened up when we said Chandra. Okay, Chandra, right? Oh, we're gonna be straight with him. No, wait, what? Come back. No, okay, let's try the other one. Come on, dude. Cut me a break. This is like the kind of thing I wish we could do in real life. Show him the picture. Oh, interesting. Okay. I gotcha. Idiocracy, good to see you. Yes, one of your most memorable games. Blade Runner like burned deep into your teenage brain. Yeah, the grittiness is beautiful. But yeah, you're right about the picture. I will do that. In fact, I should have put on a note on this is don't worry about let me flounder for a little bit before we start doing the hint stuff. But yeah, I completely forgot about our inventory, so I'm gonna try to remember that. Okay, so I did that. Anyway, oh, no. Oh. Oh, he's got an office. Okay, after... Oh, it's so cool. Oh, look at the condiment bottles. Can we look at anything else besides him? So nice. But it looks about the time. We're going to start looking for someone to raid. Robot Spacer, are you going to be streaming tonight? Are you going to be streaming Dagger of Amon-Ra? Yeah, this one, what's kind of like, yeah, it's a bit more chaotic, but you can see how carefully they kind of picked out Jake. And yeah, I love the dithering that they do. Like, they dither a lot in this game, and it kind of gives the game less of a bright feeling, more of a gritty feeling. And I love the animation on this little light here. It's fantastic. No stream tonight, Robot Space. Okay, gotcha. We're gonna have to do some work then to find something. Because the past few weeks you've been streaming Colonel's Bequest and the Dagger of Amon-Ra, so I didn't even have to think. I'm like, we're gonna do Robot Spacer because Robot Spacer's playing Laura Bow. We can't say no to Laura Bow. So, let's save this. Jake talk. So far, fantastic. Fantastic. So happy. Okay. Alt-tab. Okay. We're gonna keep this music going while we look for someone to raid. No, Idiocracy, this game was not meant for EGA. I read up on it, and it was originally VGA, and then they converted it to EGA. But I think they did a pretty good job. But the VGA is beautiful. That is true. Huge fan of this. Yeah, who would you raid tonight, Robot Spacer? I'm gonna... let's see. Oh. Looks like my caption also stopped working. My couch stopped working. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Why did the music stop? Don't stop me. Okay. We're gonna look for someone to raid. Let me see what we have here. I'm loving this so far. I vaguely remember bits and pieces. Okay, let's go to my Twitch. You're not sure, Robot Space? Okay, I'll take a look too. I'm just grooving to this. It's fantastic. Wow. Okay. Ren is playing Princess Tomato and Salad King and Salad Kingdom. And that somehow looks like it's an adventure game. Like it's got verbs on either side of the screen of that. So that's interesting. Oh, Maximus. Oh, Lazy Rico is playing Witch Strandings. Good check. Good check on that. Let's see about that, actually. I will take a look and see about Lazy Rico with a 1. 6 viewers. Let's see here. Hopefully he likes it. I'm gonna take a quick peek. You see, yeah, Boku, I've heard of Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom, so I was intrigued, and Ren's playing it. Oh no, I'm getting ad. So I feel like I want to lean toward Ren, because I ran into Ren on Hungry Goria's stream the other day. Oh wow, it's just Jeffy. You are not usually awake when rain happens? Okay, so here is... As much as I want to see Princess Tomato and Salad Kingdom, hopefully Ren will be playing that another night. I feel like we really ought to raid someone who is playing Witch Strandings. So, why don't we do that? So I'm gonna set this raid up. Raid. And so, yeah, and next week on stream, I'm not sure about Dan's status, but we will be doing something here. It might be more on the bucket thing. I might start working on the fish next stream, and more of Rise of the Dragon EGA. If not that, maybe we'll have Dan in. Did that work? Okay, Lazy Rico is playing Witch Strandings. We are gonna move in to that. Okay. Yeah, we miss you, Dan. I told him you guys miss him. I'll tell him again. Looks like everyone's up. Thank you for coming, you guys. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Yeah, let's see about Witch Strandings with Lazy Rico. Robot Spacer, great to see you. And yeah, let us raid message would be Crimson Raiders. Have a great week, everybody. Looks like we're all set. See you guys there. Rating. Press the button. Press the button. Let's do this.